What is going on, Bolts Nation? Tony Tucker and Mike on the mic here to host Nuts and Bolts show here on the WARZONE Sports Network. We even got ourselves a special guest. He's crossing enemy lines, coming in and talking with us today. We'll get there in just a moment, but I just want to let you all know, if you don't know, now you know. Welcome to the Josh Palmer Watch Party.
San Diego Chargers are fortunate to have Lance Allworth.
On blue, ready? Don Coryell.
Hello, history books.
Touchdown, San Diego! Woo!
Nuts and Bolts show is in the building. I love that shirt, Tony.
I gotta slow down. This is going to be my game day shirt. I decided.
Okay.
I have the jerseys, and maybe I will rock Bosa when he needs that little extra push, you know. But I want him on the field before I put the Bosa jersey on. And you guys all know. If you don't know, I'm getting myself a Josh Palmer jersey. Because who's the best number 5 on the field tonight? He ain't wearing the 49ers colors. He's wearing the powder blue. That's
he is a rookie. He is a rookie. You guys got that right.
He is a rookie. Okay. Do you want to get to the guests? You want to get to these openings? What do you want to do? What do you want?
I'm excited. We'll get into it. There's not too much to cover, really. Any players that you want to see more from this week we didn't see from last week? Trey McKitty's the big one, obviously.
Yes, has to.
Has to see more of Trey McKitty. And I just want to see another really good first quarter from Josh Palmer. That'll make me feel really good to see some consistency coming out of him like that.
Yeah, but I think he also just elevates even more once you get the real signal caller under. You know,
True.
Like Chase Daniels is fine as a backup.
Yeah.
He's not Justin Herbert from Pop Warner. Like, I'm pretty sure that Justin Herbert was dominating more than Chase Daniels could. And that's kind of mean. I like Chase. He's a good backup. And I hope he throws for over 98.5 yards tonight, which you guys will all understand what I mean by that shortly, too.
Yeah, I think Chase Daniels is going to outperform Trey Lance tonight. No biggie. It's going to be no sweat. He's just going to go out there. He's going to throw more touchdown passes and more yards than Trey Lance tonight.
I do kind of want to see if Trey Lance will use his feet at all, because I didn't see many carries in the last game, so that would be
well,
with
practicing with the Chargers the last couple of days, he might actually want to use his feet. I heard he was throwing some picks. He was throwing to the wrong colors, to the wrong Cali team all day. We could bring Ryan in here now that we're roasting the 49ers so you can defend them if you want. If you guys want to, we're going to be here every weekend for Chargers games that we have the available slot to do it on the live streams. Every once in a while, the Chargers are a prime time. It might not be me and Tony specifically. It might be other people covering it. We're going to cover all the Chargers games. So hit the subscription button, turn on notifications so you guys are alerted. We also are going to be doing, I think, like a short weekly talk show at some point. Yes, but we're just getting into mid-season form right now.
Yes, sir. Now, without further ado, from the Raw Mind Sports podcast, weekly, find him on Instagram, on YouTube, everywhere. This man is such a 49ers fan. He's a grown man who wears a 49er onesie. He's so dedicated to the cause of the red and gold. The 49ers. Let's welcome to the show, Mr. Ryan Jones. My bad. Thought you were going to do it.
There he is.
How you doing, Ryan?
Used to be a 49ers fan, but after tonight becomes a Chargers fan.
First and foremost, I'm grateful for being on the show. My cousin did play in the NFL for the Chargers. So, okay, you got me there. But as it being a fan, like I said before, never, ever. Good, bad, and ugly. And with that being said, I'm going to just say this little quick thing. You guys did a lot of disrespectful stuff right there, talking about Trey Lance and everything off air. I can't believe this. But with that being said, floor is yours. Raw Thoughts is on the way.
Oh, boy. Trey McKitty with the first catch of the game, Tony.
I know. I saw it. Looks big, strong, fast.
Tony.
And you're a Bosa fan. So when you say Bosa, you need to make sure you put the red and gold Bosa before the older brother. You know, they say he's a senior citizen. The new one is fresh and alive.
They're a year and a half apart. They're a year and a half apart in age, Ryan. They're a year and a half apart in age. Them Bosa parents popped out Bosa Bears left and right back in the 90s. But those guys are both ballers. I do agree.
Yeah, I do. I ain't gonna say nothing on that. We'll agree on that one.
Yeah.
So now we got Tony as a Chargers fan, so everything is different. I like the colors. That's about it. It's cute for my girlfriend to wear.
Oh,
my wife to wear, that's about it. I ain't gonna lie though, when we was looking at jerseys the other day, a guy asked me literally about the best jerseys of all time to wear at a baseball game in our local area. And I told him this powder blue, this look that you guys got is actually one of the best. Now, Oregon got tons of jerseys to pick from, but this is a LA Chargers podcast, so I'm gonna leave it at that.
No, I agree. I turn a lot of heads into powder blue, right? So also too, my beautiful afro and dimples help, but the powder blue has the people looking, being like, "What's going on over there?" But I said, "Let me tell you the good word. Justin Herbert, future MVP. We're hoisting Super Bowl trophies. Even our backups are just working the Niners right now, Ryan. I don't know if you can see."
I can't. I'm actually watching it right now. Actually, the TV in my man cave right here is right here in front of me. So I saw number 2, whoever they got. I don't even know the guy name. Number 2 for you guys.
Easton Stick. It looks like he's going to start the whole game. That's what I was about to tell Tony. A little bit of bad news for us because Chase Daniel is about to put up a 21-0 lead on the Niners, but not so much anymore if he's not going to play.
Oh, is this like a parting gift or something for Easton Stick? Because
he can still be a third QB.
This crushes my my prize picks, by the way.
MVP Justin Herbert. That's a possibility. That ain't happening in 5 years from now. Until after 5 years, maybe. And he may be on my fantasy team if I get him. I like him for that. But MVP, no. And then you said Super Bowl. At this point, Tony, whatever that bourbon or whatever that's in that cup that you got that you ain't showed yet has came alive. And I get it. It's okay to have raw thoughts. Oh, boy.
It's right there.
Oh, boy. I tell you, boy. Oh, boy.
It's gonna happen.
Well, that's that. I got the blanket over here, This gonna be interesting here. I like it. And you guys said that Trey Lance is not gonna be. You want to see him move? I mean, let's be real here. Kyle Shanahan likes those guys who can move but stay in the pocket and make those tough throws. So we need to see him in the pocket throw passes because we know how capable he is with his feet. We all know that. He's been doing it in North Dakota State. Y'all go ahead. I'm just here for entertainment today. The head of the table is here to listen. You speak to the head of the table. That's what you do.
I didn't see him. I didn't see enough of the highlights because I only saw the good stuff from Lance.
No.
But he ended up finishing like 5 of 14 in the first game, and it's like, well, what happened? Like he started off, he was like 5 of 6, throws the touchdown pass. Did they have drops? Was it like backups he was throwing to, and they didn't catch him? Like I'm curious about how his performance overall was because Fields got all the smoke from the week 1 rookie debuts.
And that's okay. He playing with Chicago Bears. If I'm gonna tell you now, the thing about him, it's a sad situation for Fields. Shoot, I liked him in San Francisco. I'm cool with it. I actually liked him. But I mean, we talk about Fields. He's gonna be irrelevant this year. If the Packers stay healthy, we know who's coming out of that division. The Packers have went to 3 NFC titles or 2 NFC championships in a row. Win or lose, they've been there. So it's good to get brownie points, is what you say. It's cool to have those unique games right now. But are they going to beat the Packers when it's time to beat them? I doubt it. I mean, I'm just giving you raw thoughts. Now, with the raw thoughts on the situation with Lance, here's my raw thoughts. Unless Jimmy Garoppolo gets hurt, I don't expect to see him none this year. Unless, excuse me, because I forgot. Kyle Shanahan says he's going to have him in packages. I'm saying as a starter, taking most of the reps, unless he gets hurt, I don't see him start this year. Maybe next year.
Well,
and you drinking your tea on there. What you got in your cup? Oh, you out? You went out. I can't hear you.
No,
that's what happens. Chargers fans can't even keep the mic on. I tell you, man. I mean,
There was an electrical fire in my apartment complex today. And I told my wife, I was like, that was probably because the energy at SoFi Stadium with the Chargers playing there today is so strong that is lighting off power grids all the way over here 20 miles away from it.
You know what? I like that because I would use that same charisma when I'm in front of people when I did it because I do the play-by-play for our local high school. I would say something like that. You know what? You my man. You my role model. I like how you twisted it. I like how you moved that. You got a little charisma there. I see it.
You're calling high school games, right? You got to send me the link to those.
Yeah,
I will be
I'm gonna make sure you see. Yeah, I'll make sure I send it to you this week, man.
Right,
cool. It was funny because the guy said everybody in the family in the community, it was like Ryan needs to be doing it. I said, really? They said he has charisma, he knows sports. They said we gotta get raw thoughts. We gotta get these old guys up out of here. It ain't for them no more. We need somebody with some fun in it. I said, okay. But it's funny though, because I mean we're a pretty good team. We actually lost our first week 1 game. That was Thursday because we had some rain delay. We were supposed to play Friday, but we haven't lost game 1 in like 12 years. So we're kind of on the build up. We got a lot of sophomores, freshmen playing in that local area, but that's it. But either way, I gotta make sure I seen the link. I'm gonna send all you guys the link, but I gotta take that. You're my role model now, Mike. You know what I mean? I like how you twisted it with the Sofi, the area, I like that. You got some charisma. No wonder you got you a girl and you're married right now. I see it now. I see it makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of people tend to look up to Mike on the mic, especially on Sunday afternoons when the Chargers are playing. But here we are. Here's our depth charts. Not sure if they're still up to date or if they've changed. This was the same thing as last week's. If you guys want to check them out, the Chargers fans know most of these names. You're going to see most of the second stringers playing. Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, Rashawn Slater, I don't think is playing. Brian Bulaga, Corey Linsley, Linval Joseph, Joey Bosa. Count them all out. Don't even expect to see them grace the field. I don't even know if any of those guys got cleats on, to be honest.
Justin Herbert, top 10 quarterback right now.
I had him at 12, but I feel like if he puts up the same quality of play he was putting up last year just for 8 weeks, that proves to me he's a top 10 quarterback. I just need to see in the sophomore year continuing to dominate.
Honestly, any other division, I'm not a Chargers fan, but I do have a lot of respect for the Chargers. I like the talent. The sad part is you're playing the same division as Kansas City. If Justin Herbert was in a different division, then I can see him winning those divisions. But it's going to be a rat race, but they added another team. So I can see the Chargers being a wild card. I put it like that.
Okay, yeah. Definitely. But there's like this weird thing that just because they have Patrick Mahomes, like once they really start to have to pay some of these other people, that roster is going to start to thin itself out a little bit.
You don't think that Patrick Mahomes will restructure his contract? He's already an owner of two teams. He's making some money elsewhere. So if he wants to keep a good team, but then again, most of these athletes, I'm glad you said that, because a lot of these athletes would rather take the money and have what they have. That's what Deshaun Watson did before he took that contract for all the shenanigans went on. He took all that money knowing that they didn't have a team. Like they didn't have nothing available to pay others. So with Patrick Mahomes, his ability, his skill set for now, maybe within 2, 3, 4 year range, I can see him playing at a high level. Now, I don't know what's going to happen year 5 after that, after the 4 levels I just said, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not saying that the Chargers can't beat Kansas City. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it could go up and down because Kansas City, regardless how bad they are defensively, they can still put points on the board.
Yeah, and God forbid, but it's just football. It's going to happen. There's going to be injury-filled seasons for every team in the league. So there's going to be opportunities for the Chargers. And I think the Chargers are building a team to compete with them. They're putting a bunch of athletic guys on defense to try and chase down these athletic guys that the Chiefs have on offense, and they're putting together a very explosive offense of their own to try and keep up if we ever end up in shootouts. My thing is when it comes time, Patrick Mahomes is going to have to make that decision to take a pay cut or not, because they're gonna keep Travis Kelce around. But I think the rest of them are up for grabs.
Y'all got kind of quiet because the 49ers on offense. I noticed that, but okay.
Oh, no. I was just going to say that I'm happy. Mike, I don't know if you noticed, but Murray's out. He's
in the world?
He's playing, yeah. That's good to see.
I know.
Good. Jimmy G just sailed that pass.
Yeah. I'm like, what is he doing?
Hoop2 put this question down a few minutes ago. He said, how good will Mike Williams be this year? He'll be as good as Mike Williams' legs, arms, shoulders, and head will let him be. Is a big deal. He can definitely be 1,000, 1,100 yard, 10 touchdown receiver this year. He just got to stay on the field.
Him and Keenan Allen are like top 10 to me, but a lot of people may say one of them might be out in receiver wise, but I always like them. Those are like my sleepers. But you ain't heard that on fantasy wise, so don't try to pick him there.
Herbert loves Mike Dub. Anytime Mike Dub in the field, he's looking at him.
I think Mike Williams has a big year. I think he wants to get paid. I think he's gonna be a little bit smarter. Like maybe he doesn't lay out for all the craziness. This is their first team offense on the field too.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying right now.
Okay.
This I ain't mean to interrupt. I'm gonna say this real
go
quick.
ahead.
What's sad is, y'all got it's automatic first down holding. But look, on defense. But look, all that time the offensive line gave Jimmy Garoppolo, it's no reason, and I'm gonna be raw thoughts, and I'm a true 49ers fan. It's no reason you make a bad throw like that. He had all the time in the world to make that throw and make that. That's the things. That's what separates the elite from the average. Like Aaron Rodgers can make that throw. That time right there in that pocket. Drew Brees can make that throw. Peyton Manning can make that throw. Hell, Justin Herbert can make that throw. With that type of time, like those are things that makes you say we can't really question the rest of the team. Can Jimmy handle those big situations? Hey, yo, what's up, Rosemary? How are you today?
You just said that you don't see Trey Lance coming in, but I see him coming in because you guys can't win games with an underwear model. And that's what happens. You start sailing balls when Calvin Klein's finest model is out there underneath your center position. So
I did say that, but you're right.
Lance is going to play. Because
he's going to start what week? What week you got him coming in?
Your coaches I disagree with that because Josh Palmer is going to be a stud. But I would like Mike to stay out there and play, but also if he gets hurt, that just opens up an even wider door for Josh Palmer to come in and just ball.
I like this guy, Jimmy G fan here. Bang, bang, Niner game. That's right, man. You know, that's what we do, man. That's what we do here, man. Shout out to everybody in the Bay Area. But this y'all show. So I'm looking at the comments now. They have them on. So I'm truly respecting the comments now, you know.
You were getting shout outs earlier there from Hoove too.
Hey, look, Hoove too, man. You know I love you, man. Check me out. I'm gonna check you out. Let's make something happen. Go ahead.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, he's a Niners fan.
He should be one of the best friends you ever have, man.
Man, you guys are really, really struggling to move the ball on this third string defense.
No kidding.
They're holding them to like little 5-yard gains, one after another.
Kittle must not be playing either, because I don't see him
Kittle
on the field.
playing. I don't know if you saw, Kittle was practicing against the Chargers, and the word was that Derwin was locking his ass up, throwing the keys away.
You're saying that because you're a Chargers fan, ain't you?
No. I saw the tape. I saw the numbers. I saw the riders. I saw everyone. It's crazy.
Jimmy got some legs, don't he?
Oh, my God.
Jimmy. Okay.
Asante.
And he was moving.
Yeah.
By the way, since we own that, when Jimmy G first got there, he was more mobile. After those injuries, his whole game completely changed. So when they had got Jimmy, that first year we were sorry. Jimmy was moving all around the pocket, making plays. He's not that same Jimmy. So if he could get back to that, that's a different story.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
But you guys have him for his arm.
Huh?
Yeah, he's
arm.
not Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
I can throw better than Jimmy. You seen my arm lately? I'm joking.
I haven't.
Anyways, it's pretty sad because if you go to the Chargers social media pages, you'll see a bunch of highlights everywhere from the 49ers Chargers joint practices. But you go to the 49ers social media pages and it's pretty quiet. You wouldn't even know the 49ers did have joint practices with another team.
I think with the 49ers, it's more it's crazy, right? Because the 49ers are kind of private, or they're very humble in that way. Not saying that I'm not saying this about the Chargers, but a lot of stuff you don't get to see. And what I noticed, even with Hard Knocks, they didn't ask the 49ers 3 years in a row to be on Hard Knocks. The 49ers don't like that type of attention. I'm just coming to the point. They don't really care about the attention. Now, what are the Cowboys fans going to do if that is actually hurt like that? So, I mean, I'm thinking like those moments, although this is a Chargers pie, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, I hope the 49ers do well. I think in their mind, they pray they don't get hurt or be injured the entire season. But we're moving the ball right now. We're going in the end zone.
How do you want this pick six to happen? Do you want the rookie Samuel? Like, who do you want to take this one to the
first
house?
down, man.
If Asante Samuel gets a pick six, I'm going to cry. That's not a first. He marked him short. The ref marked him short.
Oh, he better mark him short.
Yep.
They going. Jimmy said, "Let's go for it." Jimmy wanted to test this.
Let's kick that thing.
No, you see what Jimmy did? Jimmy said, "No, I'm going for it." You see Kyle Shanahan? He said, "I'm going for it."
It is the
It's
preseason.
preseason, first quarter. He gonna sit out the rest of the game. Trey Lance gonna come in. This is where we go with.
You don't want Trey Lance to come in against this defense. I'm telling you that right now. It may ruin his entire career. It may get derailed in this game of how much they're going to come at him.
Yeah, he's in setback city right now.
Your raw thoughts, and that's first down.
No, the knee was down.
And they said first down.
Come on.
It looked like he was down, but I don't think he was. Let's see the replay. Who is that? Number 23, Ryan. Hasty?
Yeah, he probably winning. They like him, but I feel like Bolstered and Sermon will be the two bats with Gallman. I think he's just playing.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's always like that because you guys will have 5 running backs every year.
Oh my
right?
God!
That's
Yeah.
intentional grounding. Oh, that's a receiver, huh? It's not intentional grounding. Who? Oh, it's
You
Rob
know,
Morley,
He
right?
lying. Hey, who to? Raw Mind Sports. I'm
Raw
assuming he
Mind
asking me, my guy.
Yeah.
Raw Mind Sports is my Instagram, and I'm trying to develop my Twitter. I finally got back. I neglected my Twitter. You know how you neglect a bad relationship, you just let it go. I'm just trying to get back to it. So you also find Raw Mind Sports 1 on Twitter, Raw Mind Sports on Instagram. Who to?
Nice.
Oh, he just dipped into Fackrell's, preseason stat sheet and was like, "Here, let me throw this intentional grounding." Oh my goodness!
Go home, my friend. That's good to see from Fackrell. He's a Brendan Staley guy. When Brendan Staley came in, he said immediately, "Give me Fackrell. We're gonna sign him." So we're gonna see him actually contributing probably this year. He's gonna be our substitution pass rusher, I think, with Bosa, Nwosu. I'm hoping Rumpf can move up the depth chart, but he's hurt right now.
Yeah, I was too. Joel Morley loves to update us and troll us on updates.
That's the one
injuries.
injury. Like he'll give us like the list of injuries just because guys didn't practice, but they're out for 3 days. Is their injury?
Man, this guy here, boy.
But there it is. Asante Samuel, baby. Let's go. We called it. We called it.
That's intercepted and intercepted.
I know what y'all just did right there. I like that. But man,
What'd you like? What'd you like, Ryan?
Let's run it back again for
Ryan. Just let me know what you liked again.
I like how you did that commercial.
Picked up on the play. That's intercepted and intercepted.
Wrong team, Jimmy.
I don't like the interception, but I like how they came in. Hey,
Wrong
and
team,
Brendan,
Jimmy.
you about 6'3", 6'4". He got no business doing that. But I know it's a Chargers podcast. You don't care about the other team doing anything.
Asante Samuel had a pick in the scrimmage against the 49ers. Now he has a pick in the preseason game. He had a few plays last week where we were like,
Right.
That was kind of iffy. But for the most part, he had a good game, a solid game last week, made a few tackles, and now he gets a pick here. Our second-round rookie showing out in the preseason and in camp so far.
You think he'll be better than his daddy?
Yeah, Hoove, take that. What? This game's already made.
His daddy?
They can sit him
That's a
now.
stretch. I mean,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
got to play.
that's
He's got to
right.
play some games. His dad was great, but yeah, you definitely see it. He seems focused. He seems, eager to learn. He's on a good team to learn. He's got a defensive head coach. He's going to play in a defense where he's going to have a lot of opportunities too, because they're, like we said, they're not even starting all the defense right now. Once Bosa's in there, just stealing Jimmy G's lunch money, or even if you guys put my brother from another mother, Trey Lance, in there, it don't matter.
I think
Bosa's just going to be crushing it.
I think that the defense with the thing with DeMarco Ryans running it and the way they're amping up, all gas, no brakes, like Robert Salah, I think they're going to be a type of defense that's going to be very extremely aggressive this year. Now, I don't know how far the playbook is going to go with Jimmy G, but I do see the playbook going deeper if Trey Lance is there. But you know how the story, just like Jim Harbaugh, Kyle Shanahan did the same thing. Alex Smith, Jim Harbaugh. Alex Smith was our guy. Alex Smith was our guy. Boom! Alex Smith gets hurt with a concussion. Boom! Kaepernick comes in. Kyle Shanahan, Jimmy's our guy. Jimmy's our guy. They're doing what Raw thoughts here. They're doing what they're supposed to say. It's for business. It's not to keep controversy going. So when stuff goes wrong, Trey Lance will be in there. Now, I do feel like Trey Lance he did say he gonna have him in a lot of packages, in games. But little things like that do scare you.
Here's some.
So that being said, I did say that first, but it's not your turn.
The package he's going to be in is called QB1. It's the starting QB because there is no way you can watch what's been going on and think that his job is on the line. Like Kyle Shanahan knows that if this year doesn't go well, he's going to have a very short leash leading into next season. Like they're going to give him a little bit more time because they got the guy he wanted. But even he's not going to name him the starter right now anyways. We all thought we were all like our minds were exploding when we thought they traded away all those picks to get Mac Jones. And he didn't say anything about who he was getting. He's not going to name his starter. He's not going to do that to Jimmy. He's not going to do that to – it'll be fine. But Trey Lance will be starting by like week 3 or 4. I mean, I have to look at the schedule to see when the best start is, but I can't see it going past – like if Jimmy G's still the starter in October, I'd be shocked.
One day, who? One day.
Yeah. Who? Yeah, definitely. And I mean, yeah, he's not gonna do Jimmy like that. He's gonna show respect to Jimmy because look, this is the thing that this is the true logic in this. Jimmy G's official year that he was actually healthy, they went to the Super Bowl. I know the defense was good, but they'll say his healthy year. Every year since that Super Bowl year, let's be real. Raw thoughts. Jimmy G been hurt every year, except for the Super Bowl year.
Okay, but
that'll be his gripe to it. But go ahead.
Why? Like I don't see. I mean, it's part of the game. So then you adjust. We all gave him credit for they're like he's winning games with Nick Mullins and C.J. Beathard and whatever. Just imagine if he's healthy. If he has healthy team and he has this third overall pick at quarterback and they don't win games. Then it's not going to be pretty for him. It's a competitive division.
In my 49ers fan pages, group pages and all, you say anything about Kyle Shanahan, you might get roasted mentally because they feel like Kyle Shanahan is just that great. I'm not knocking Kyle Shanahan. I'm not saying he's amazing either, but I'm also saying like if you're great at what you do, then you have to make adjustments because like you guys said, like I always say, injuries do happen. But Jimmy G, when he's healthy, that's what happened. But you still have to find ways to happen. And that's the reason why you can say this is one, it's rare because like Kyle Shanahan is actually keeping the job. Because logically, what I'm saying is because they'll say his starter won't healthy. Every year Kyle Shanahan has been a losing season except for the Super Bowl season.
Yeah, I will say this. I think with all the situations with the rookie quarterback behind the veteran quarterback, the situation in Chicago, the situation in San Francisco, the situation in New England, I think as long as those teams are winning, they're going to keep the veteran in. But if they have a rough first 8 weeks or a rough first 6 weeks, in all of those situations,
it's over. He going to the bench.
But if the 49ers are 6-2, and are tied for first in the division at week 8, they're going to keep rolling with Jimmy G. They're not going to make the switch.
Right. They're not going to do that.
We could see it could be getting set up for Jimmy G to really carry this team and get them some wins because that's the kind of quarterback he is when you got a good defense around him. And the 49ers are really good heading into the playoffs. And we see like Colin Kaepernick did to Alex Smith, Trey Lance come in. That would be crazy. That would be awesome.
That was the X factor that got him to the Super Bowl. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, he said, could Trey Lance be better than Justin Herbert? I'm going to say, yeah.
What?
Yeah. Of course you're going to say Justin Herbert. You think I'm going to say no? I'm going to take my chances. What you expect me to say?
I don't know how you can say it. You don't
that was
know
an
how
opinion
good
question.
Justin Herbert is yet. And
right.
I will say this, I am loving this drive, Tony. And the reason being is because last year, after an interception like that, the Chargers are calling a Hail Mary deep bomb right away instead of taking control of the game, moving the field position to the other side of the field, and really using the pick as effective as they can. All we saw after turnovers last year, forced by our defense, was missed field goals because the offensive play calling was so bad, the Chargers really couldn't move the ball down the field effectively. We'll see. I love seeing them come out and take control of the time of possession and everything after an interception like this. Instead of going balls to the wall, we're throwing a post or a corner up in the second play of the drive.
Give me a break. I really hope Roundtree makes the roster.
Yeah, that was a good move. I know that we got the flag there, but he made a good move to get in the space there.
Yeah, he's big and he can catch the ball. That's good. I mean, I'm not saying he's Alvin Kamara, but as long as he As long as he can squeeze it.
Ibushi was making a perfectly clean block, and the defender pushed him down at his legs, and he got called a penalty for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that guy's from Marin County, so what do you expect? The ref. He's right there, right outside the Bay Area.
He might as well just live there. Oh, there we go. That was a fun game. That was who was it? Ronnie Hillman busted out a big run for the Chargers to win that game. The Bengals
in the first quarter. We about to see Trey Lance come in.
Is George? No. What? You're talking about like a top 2 or even top 1 all-time tight end.
Here we go. George Kittle career ain't over. George Kittle career not over. George Kittle, him and Travis Kelce are the best tight ends in football. This is where we go to raw thoughts here. George Kittle or Travis Kelce are the best. I mean, of course, I respect Gates. Gates, great, good basketball player. That's about it. But
you hear this guy?
He was good at dunking the basketball, you know. But no, so Kittle, him and Kelce probably, it's fair to say him and Kelce probably top 2. But I feel like, in my opinion, Kittle could do a lot of things on blocking, but Kansas City don't allow Kelce to do all the extra stuff. So,
no.
I mean, I'm just saying Gates was great. He was great at what he did. But what I'm saying is he can't actually be better than Gates because his career is going to be longer. Like, he still has more time to do stuff. He still has more time. And the 49ers use him in every package.
He needs a lot more time. Gates leads the NFL in receiving touchdowns. All time. Oh, I think it's tight ends. He leads all tight ends to ever live and breathe and put on cleats and walk out onto a grass field or a turf field, wherever it is.
So Kittle can't break that 5 years from now.
No, he would need 25 touchdowns a year to break that 5 years from now.
You don't think he get 25 touchdowns a year with I don't know. You might be right. Because Kyle Shanahan will run the ball to death. You're right. You're about right. I can't say that on that one. He will run the ball.
No one's ever had 25 touchdowns in a single season.
I mean, because people don't call that play call. Like, if it's 4th and 1 or if it's 2nd and goal at the 1 yard line, they're not calling that play for Kittle. They're probably going to run the ball. So I'm just giving examples of stuff like that. But Kittle does have explosive runs where he has made game-changing catches and turned them into touchdowns. I can say that. Let's say if he had the 50, Kittle catches across the middle. Kittle goes in the end zone. Gates, of course, if he's at the goal line, he's 6'8". He's a dunker. He's a center. He's going to post you up. And who's going to stop that? So, I mean, logically, that's easy. That's hard to stop. So, yes, I'm going to say that. Yes, I'm going to fight my fight. That's why I came on the show, the debate. I ain't come on the show just to let y'all just talk about my 49ers.
Let's play a game. Let's get this off the screen just in case I decide to clip this. Let's play a game. Everyone take a guess. How many more touchdowns does George Kittle need to score in his career to catch up to Antonio Gates? I'll let you go first, Tony.
I'm going to say the number is probably 81.
Ryan, how many more do you think he needs to catch Gates?
Whew.
Right now.
I'm about to tell you.
To the end of his career.
You ready?
Yeah.
120.
Ryan was closer. It's 102 more touchdowns for Kittle.
I should have switched the numbers. Hey, look, that's what I do, man. I know.
Kittle only has 14 career touchdowns. He ain't getting no.
Gates is retired. Am I correct? Gates is retired, right?
So that would be.
He got to go to a passing quarterback that's going to look for him more to actually break that.
Okay, so you want. Hang on a second. You want your 49ers beloved tight end to go to another team to break a record?
No. I don't know. What I'm saying is he can still stay in San Francisco, but as long as he's getting more, more pass attempts in the end zone. So you're saying that touchdown wise, if it's 2nd and goal at the 5 yard line, throw the ball to Kittle. I'm just being honest, raw thoughts. If Kyle Shanahan can run the ball and does that little disguise plays, he's probably gonna run the ball on 2nd and goal. That's what he does a lot in the red zone. So it's hard for him to get touches. So if he was playing with Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees at the time, I'm just giving those two guys examples. They're gonna throw the ball. Kyle Shanahan is the ruler of that offense, is what I'm saying.
There was a time period where Gates had in 8 out of 9 consecutive years more than 8 receiving touchdowns. Like, Kittle needs to go to an all-time level on the stat sheet to even come close to these guys.
You say Kittle, for his situation, like, when you say that, that's true. But what I'm saying is Kittle can't control how they call the offense. That's a quarterback and the coach job. Of course, Kittle, I'm pretty sure Kittle will say, I want the ball every play. But Kyle Shanahan's not going to call it every time to him. The quarterback ain't going to throw the ball to him.
The argument that's being made is that he can do this, and everything you're saying is that he plays with a coach in an offense that he can't, but then you're telling us he could do it. Do you see why I'm confused with your argument? You're defeating your own argument.
Raw thoughts? That's what I do. I confuse people. What you expect?
I didn't even know that Hoove Tube was a 49ers fan. This is new to me. I didn't know that Hoove Tube was a 49ers fan.
I was confused, too, because the first time I heard him say something about being from, like, the Wisconsin area, I believe, but then was a 49ers fan. It kind of threw me off a little bit too. But however you get there, wherever you're from, whatever you're a fan of, I'm fine with it.
The Rams are 0-2 right now, Teddy. I will say that. The Rams are 0-2, lost to California. Well, former California team. They don't really have a home. They kind of just float around there. The Las Vegas Raiders do. But
the Rams aren't playing anybody.
Yeah. Same thing as the Chargers, but the Chargers are doing great.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about
because
different.
we're playing. I know it's because we're playing the red team.
Oh, San Fran.
I mean, I get it. So what I'm saying is that's what I was actually saying, Tony, is that he can't actually do that. But I'm saying, like you're saying, like if they do this or they call these plays, he can't break the record. I think George Kittle could break the record if the play calling is there. But if it's not there, then of course, logically, he can't break it.
Yeah, you're saying he has the ability. I don't think
he has the opportunities. If that happens, he could do that.
Yeah, he has the ability. He doesn't have the opportunity to break the record, which is fine. But then you need to go and break down like the actual impact of stuff, right? Like people would say that Gronk is the GOAT tight end, but he's not going to break like Gonzalez's reception records or Gates's touchdowns or whatever, but he clearly had the most impact because he got to play on like the biggest stages and was always producing. I'm so tired of Joshua Kelly being indecisive. How do you catch the ball in the flat and get a 1 yard gain? Turn the ball upfield, dude. You're 220 pounds. Like, just hit somebody.
Oh, you need a hug. You're mad. Just cut him. It's okay. Your family loves you. The kids love you.
It's from Pasadena. I'm right by Pasadena, Teddy. We're probably neighbors. Was there a fire at your apartment complex? Was it because of the Sofi Stadium thing?
It might be.
Easton Stick is trying to run a lot. But we're going to get our first look here. Tony, one of the missions of this live stream today is to come up with a new theory for the kicking game. So if you can come up with something before they get the guy out there. Because the eyes closed thing did not work at all. Maybe one eye closed?
We're punting, not kicking field goals.
Oh, I didn't realize where we were on the field.
Yeah, because no, I know what you were thinking. I was thinking that too. I was like, oh, we're on the other side, but we got back-to-back penalties called. Yeah. So yeah, we're on the wrong side of it.
Good punt. That's why the other kicker got cut. Well, the other punter got cut.
Speaking of punt returning this stuff, Brandon Ayuk said he wants to be the starting punt returner this year, so we're gonna see.
I don't like putting guys with that much talent back there to return punts. Like I liked it when we were younger, Ryan, and we had like guys like Eric Metcalf. You know, like you had somebody that was specialized in it. You know, the Dante Halls, Devin Hesters. Like I want to see I don't want to see Tyreek Hill or Brandon. Brandon Ayuk has got too much talent to be returning kicks. Like he could be really special in this league if you guys had a quarterback that had some accuracy, which I think you do. He's just on your bench.
Is that LaDainian Thomas talking?
It is.
Financial District.
I thought he was bald-headed, man.
We got a Northern Californian right now in here, Teddy.
He discovered the herb, right?
Twitch headquarters.
Oh, Technology City, San Francisco.
Same Old Sports is here. What's up, Same Old Sports? Good to see you. Show.
And as
okay,
let's take a moment of silence.
You're out of your damn mind, who?
He's just trolling. He's trolling with a lot. He is.
Y'all disagree?
That what?
Yes. 100% disagree.
Greatly disagree.
Durability. We know we can depend on Frank Gore. He's still going around. He's still chopping.
He ain't actually. I think he's done, right? No one signed him.
I mean, nobody signed him, but he's actually still healthy. I mean, he's played for a long time in that position. His style of running to last this long in the NFL, I respect it. But no, I'm not going to say he's better than
Yeah, I do
Gore
too.
He is so much lower than LT. If the Chargers signed Frank Gore today, I would tell them, do not let that man wear 21.
I agree with that. I agree with that, who too? Because right now, looking at this running back core right here, I can't. I mean, with this line right here, you probably can use Frank Gore. So I agree with that, who too?
That's cool.
Y'all gonna stop talking about the inconvenient true Frank Gore here. You're disrespecting. The WARZONE has brought a number one 49ers fan in here. Thought they were just gonna talk to me in the type of ways to go disrespect my 49ers in front of me. Like, how is they gonna sit here and bring me on the Chargers show? I think I was gonna let that slide. I know it's a Chargers show.
This is
But I'm too bold.
It's
When they
just
say
bold.
if you can't go fighting while you're dying, then you don't need to be here. So that's why I'm here. So you ain't gonna hear and talk about my 49ers like that. No, I don't care what it is. You see it. Go ahead.
Real quick, I never agree with Pepperton on anything, and I actually think Frank Gore is a Hall of Famer. But this comment is for you, from our favorite troll here at the Warzone Sports Network. He would like to know what he
said
thinks.
Frank Gore is trash. Who is his team? I'm just curious. Who is his player? Who is his team? I'm just curious. Who's
I heard
We
he's a
don't
Raiders.
know.
I heard he's a Raiders fan.
He's a Raiders fan?
That's what I
Why
heard.
is he commenting? Raw thoughts.
Exactly. I like that.
I tell you what, this ain't Joe Morley
don't
show.
need your
You
viewership.
comment on Joe Morley show. You don't comment on this show with that. I'm joking, Peppers. I'm joking.
He's
He's not joking.
Gore is, to me, he's a Hall of Famer. I like to reward longevity, especially
And
when
he
it's
said his favorite
defensive
team is in
precedent.
Texas, and you have the audacity.
But LT was like the best running back in football for a couple of years, and I could never think of a year when that was the case for Frank Gore.
Yeah, actually, funny story. When I was a young lad, my dad is a 49ers fan, and I always was a big 49ers fan. I stopped being a 49ers fan as a child. I was a child that was bored of 49ers football because of Frank Gore. I'm just saying.
So
Just
you
run
guys-
straight.
the
runs
loyalty,
over two
man, the
people,
loyalty.
Gets tackled for a 6-yard gain. And that was it all the way down the field every single game.
If you could share this to my page, I can promise you right now on my Raw Mind Sports page or Ryan Jones page. And this is what people would say to you guys right now. The good, the bad, the ugly. I always stay down with my team. So no matter what, the 49ers, I don't care how bad or rough it is. I don't care. We went 2-14 before, but I don't leave. No. My mama was, let me tell you, before my mom came a diehard Packers fan, everybody in my family, except for my one uncle, is Cowboys fans. My mom, she saw me with the Jerry Rice saying number 80 when I was like 3-4 years old. Number 8080. She said, you know what, Ryan, I ain't gonna let you be a Cowboys fan when you're supporting somebody else. And ever since then, the late 80s, when I was a little baby, wearing Pampers, probably peeing on myself, I stayed with the team. So with that being said, thanks, Mom, for allowing me to choose the right team to cheer for.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That I'm talking about my childhood and talking about Frank Gore, and you're talking about your childhood, talking about Jerry Rice. Big gap there. I mean, decades. Talking about decades apart. Randy Pepperton said that my dad was committing child abuse by trying to raise me as a 49ers fan. So, I mean, how do you feel about the Chargers, Randy?
And I get it. I'm gonna hit you with this raw thoughts. I get it. The 49ers last Super Bowl they beat you guys are named Charmaines. Ouch, I get it. It hurts. It hurts. The last time you've been to the Super Bowl, we've been to 2, we lost, but I know it hurts. Somebody said they watching Nets take over and listening to you. Oh, okay.
49ers
Let's hear
fans
some
are
more
fake.
stories about Brent Jones and Tom Rathman. Let's come on.
Oh
let's
my
really
God,
talk
Brent
about-
Jones is all right. I love Tom Rathman. Tom Rathman, look, I'm gonna call him what you call a soul survivor. So many coaching staffs that went through there, they still kept Tom Rathman, except for he retired now, so he said he was done. So he didn't stay on Kyle Shanahan post. Can I respect him? Brent Jones was honestly, he was one of my favorites until I realized what the tight end position really covers and what it does. So when I figured out what it was, I'm like, wait a minute, Brent Jones, you were good. You're a good leader. He's like the 49ers, Brent Jones for the 49ers was like Cooley for the Washington Redskins. Just a fan favorite. That's it.
You guys are going to be so happy to get out of the LA area. You guys have been suffocated by powder blue for a week straight, and it's now continuing on live TV. You guys can't wait to get on that bus. You weren't even going to shower. You're like, we just got to get out of here. We've been destroyed by a better team.
What my
Trey
cousin
Lance don't
say.
even know what to do. the ball right now.
My cousin's favorite line is, "Here you go. Here you go with it." That's what my cousin tell me. Here you go. Watch them do that work, man. The future.
They are.
Yeah, here we go. Trey Lance, 3rd and 8.
North Dakota special on two.
Don't be
Ready.
surprised he run for this.
North
He gonna run for
Dakota
this.
special on two. Sucks.
Oh, these guys, boy.
You guys are playing Debo. The only person not on your offense right now, or I guess there's two. You guys are not starting. You guys don't have Mostert out there, and you don't have Kittle. Those are the only two that I'm not.
So you see that throw on the replay? Excuse me.
He was wide open.
Throws. Him and Garoppolo cannot make those throws where they got a receiver running in motion on momentum and trying to catch that. Like those are tough throws. Which being said, I know you're saying you give me that look. Mike. It's like if you can't do that, then how you gonna win anything?
That's what I'm about to say. Like that's not a good sign for someone you gave up 3 first-round picks for. But he's a guy moving across the middle wide open.
What you say, like job wise, when you get a job like probationary period, he can do that. But Jimmy Garoppolo been in the league for years, got paid money. Porn star Jimmy made millions of dollars on the 49ers. That's unacceptable for a guy like Jimmy G. But 1 year, I mean, he's gonna get better. So I'm gonna cut him off the hook. Who two say don't matter? It's 0-0.
Off the hook because like 5 minutes ago you were comparing him to Justin Hubert. All right, we're not letting him off the hook. All right, that was an awful throw.
Let's compare him in the regular season. If he gets those opportunities, he makes those throws in the regular season. We have it. I agree with that throw. That was a horrible throw. So I'm going to agree with that. I'm pulling a Stephen A. I'm going to agree with that part. But don't never question.
It's not baseball.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I get the joke, Flash Johnson. He's saying it's 0-0 still. Like, what is this? A baseball game?
We on commercial. We got Gecko out here, man. I'm trying to get Gecko to sponsor Warzone right now.
18 season. Oh. Revenge. Best served cold. Anyways, I need to see this Chargers offense move the rock here.
It would have been nice if we would have at least got Chase Daniel for a quarter or two, because at least he can, at least he moves the ball. He's a pro. He's not. Oh, there's a question on the screen.
Oh yeah, this is for 49ers fans.
This is for 49ers fans. There's a question on the screen. This is thank you, Project Drivel. He's new to the program. Thank you.
Are you sure it's pronounced Project? It might be Project.
Project Drivel, yes.
Okay.
So I'm making sure. I just say Drivel. So I'm glad you said it's Drivel. Thank you.
It's not.
I'm a country boy, so I get it.
I'm messing around. It's definitely Project. I'm pretending like it's not me who's asking this question just to bring back some bad memories. That's
better
all
third overall pick, Trey Lance, Solomon Thomas. So I'm gonna go into my I'm about to tune into head of the table mode.
So far, it's been Solomon. He's done more.
No, head of the table. I'm tuning into my head of the table. You're asking this question too early. I mean, the kid ain't even played one game. Solomon Thomas played multiple games. He's been there. The kid ain't even been on the field, and he ain't been on the field over 6 months yet. You're trying to compare him to Solomon Thomas. Let him get a chance to get in the regular season and prove himself. Solomon Thomas had plenty of time to prove himself. That's why he's not there no more. So we can't have this conversation about who's a better third pick until he gets on the field as a regular season quarterback.
We don't know that yet either, if he's a better third overall pick than Vince Young yet. I'll tell you who he's not a better third overall pick than Joey Bosa. Fun fact.
Didn't know that.
Andy Dalton's a god. There you go. Bengals fan, that's their best quarterback to ever. Well, I guess Carson Palmer. I don't know. They're probably pretty close, huh?
Neither one of them won a playoff game.
Nick Bosa. You guys didn't want to. You brought up those picks, but you didn't bring up Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa probably had a better first year than his brother did.
I was just being a jerk because they were both third overall picks.
I actually don't know.
Get kicked by the Raiders.
Did Nick Bosa win the defensive rookie of the year? His rookie year?
Oh,
I didn't even know. Oh, that was almost perfect. Don't smile, Stick. Hit that, man.
Well, another long season for the Chargers.
Yeah, Mr. Herbert won't miss
We'll
that.
get ourselves together by that time.
The guy that won't even make the practice squad is overthrowing, but your first and second string is over.
He said it. Joey couldn't even get drafted as high as his brother.
That don't matter. You can ask anyone that doesn't.
I see an interception coming. Interception.
Oh!
It's a safety. Oh, that's even better. Hey, look, by the way, since y'all were talking about Solomon Thomas, we have a better number 94 now. Because that was Solomon Thomas' number before. No, he was 90.
What?
Lord, I don't even know Solomon Thomas' number. I apologize. That's how irrelevant he was at the time.
I'm starting to believe Flash Johnson that this is a baseball game. It's 2-0 Niners. Jesus.
Whew. I just need to see more Lance Thomas, and I'm gonna let you guys get all your fans up here. None of y'all giving hugs, kissing babies. You know.
Goodness.
I do want to see some more Trey Lance myself, just as an admirer of the game of football, but I will not be rooting for him today at all. This is just not true. Same old sports. Sorry, buddy.
It's not. Yeah.
Palmer won. My family was a USC Trojan booster club. Oh, that's pretty cool. Teddy's got like little connections to like every player that's ever played in the NFL. It seems like. Charge went the wrong way. Yeah, Easton Stick made a mistake there. You gotta have some more awareness that you're standing in the end zone. You gotta boot out of there. If you can count to 3, it's time to go when you're on the goal line like that. Oh, he didn't get.
I'm loving this part right here because you're being fair. You're being true fans. You know, you're actually not just talking about the good, but the bad. And I can see it in your face like you're pissed right now, man. Be careful. We don't want your wife to be mad at you right now. You're being loud right now. Oh,
she won't get mad. She's about to pop a chair up and watch the game with us. She'll be just as mad as me.
Paul, you know what? Oh no, mine ain't no.
Maybe I'll get her in the camera.
Like it, raw thoughts. She'll wife. If it was Duke and Carolina playing, she'll be right out here talking about it.
What? All right, something else is special teams. So far, we haven't seen any mistakes yet. Again, I want to just see good scheme play.
Joe Flacco get number 100 this year?
Yes.
How will he get number 100? You think he gonna start over Jalen Hurts?
No, but he's still gonna be on the team when they win.
I'm thinking when I look at that, I'm thinking like as him as a starter winning. But I get what you're saying. Okay,
I don't know.
I'll make it fair. Yeah.
I wouldn't bet that he has 100 wins as a starter. They got to be considering all of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would think he's pretty close to that. He was on Baltimore teams that were like, 10-6 or better for pretty close to a decade. So
since he won the Super Bowl, we ain't seen nothing, but he keeps a job. I can tell you that.
Oh, he's cashing his checks now.
Yeah, it must be nice. I'm trying to cash those checks. I think y'all are too.
Yeah. He just wants to play in Philly and be a backup. He's not even looking to start. But I do think that with the play style of Jalen Hurts, he gets injured. Flacco comes in for a game. He might be able to turn back the hands of time and hit some deep balls to Devonta Smith or.
Man, I don't like this play call. He reminds this reminds me so much of Kaepernick. Like when Kaepernick was Jim Harbaugh, they was running this style offense. He's big, like Kaepernick had the big arms. I like it because it can happen. He left us, didn't he? You done kicked him out.
No, he kicked himself out. It says rank the Cali teams.
Oh, I was on. You want me to invite Mike back into his own show?
Mike wants to handle something. He'll be back in a second. Let's worry about Trey Lance getting the ball past the 30 this drive.
He'll do that.
Oh, come on. Oh, good. Gallman ripped down. Ranking the Cali teams, Hoove, I would go
49ers, LA Rams, Chargers, and Vegas ain't they'll be last.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Chargers, Rams, Niners in that order. Toughest division.
Okay, people. He gonna say that on this. This is a Chargers station, so he's gonna say that.
No, it's the truth. When we finish the season with 11 wins,
you gotta be kidding me.
You guys have 10
And
Tell
look
your
at that.
And look, he come right back at the right time.
It looks like the 49ers don't have any quarterbacks that can throw to the right team. 3, 2, 1.
Picked off on the play. That's intercepted and intercepted.
That's 2. How many more are we getting? That's another bad throw by Trey Lance.
That was a bad throw. That was a drop pass. That was a drop. Look at that replay. Look at the replay. That was a bad throw. He dropped the pass.
I just saw the replay. He overthrew that. Yeah, it hit him in the hand.
What? You thought he overthrew that?
Why is he making it?
It was in front of him. I'd rather a pass like that in front of you, you supposed to catch. A pass like this, okay, it's quarterback. But if it's
where you're supposed to hit? You're supposed to hit right here, in between these two things. These two
anybody catch the ball. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, I played receiver when I was in high school, right? And I always used to catch the ball from my chest. I ain't never used my hands, but I always thought wide receivers in the NFL supposed to use their hands to catch.
And the Chargers are in the red zone. I think they're right there. Where do you pick it off at?
They just got a penalty. They just got an illegal block penalty, and now they're out by midfield.
They're crushing themselves. I mean, that's the defense blocking. They don't really know the rules.
These guys here. And that's my thing, like with him, like that offense they're trying to run is something similar to Kaepernick, almost like during that time frame, they should have kept Cap. It's the same style. Jim Harbaugh did the same style, same offense. I don't know.
But that's Mohamed Sanu who just did that. Like, he's old. Maybe he doesn't have that same flexibility. He doesn't have that finger dexterity that he had while he was a young man.
Yeah, great use of the hands. Dexterity. If you people don't know, I'm gonna give you a little education. Dexterity means great use of the hands. If you don't know, and I get it for him. So he gets to the pass. He's a senior citizen now. So
dexterity just is like flexibility.
Yeah, well, okay. Whatever you want to call it. I learned that in English class, so I want to let you know. I had a test on that. I had to really say those words because I had to make sure. He said, "Ryan, you're a football player. You're supposed to know this." Ryan, this is an
overrated phrase. Yes, the receiver does deserve a knock for not catching the way too high pass. But if he does make that catch, it's a phenomenal catch. If he doesn't make that catch, you cannot blame the guy for not making a phenomenal catch. You blame the quarterback for overthrowing him probably by like 5 yards on that play.
Fair. I'm gonna let you win on your show. That's fair. If it was my show, it'd be different.
I like wins.
So, what I have learned, I consider it like this: quarterback gets too much credit for wins, is what people say. Quarterback gets too much blame when they lose. Ray always said it there, so I get it. So that situation reminds me of that. Like the quarterback can't be on defense. The
QB does deserve some blame when he throws back-to-back interceptions on drives like your 49ers QBs are doing today.
Oh.
Anderson, get McKitty in there. Get him in there. They've been giving Anderson a lot of work in the preseason so far.
They're giving a lot of these bums work. Easton Stick doesn't even look to Palmer. He just
hey, followers, fans, comments. Don't you love when they talking junk about their own team? Don't you just love it? It's the best.
I have. Ever. If people are thinking that I'm going to have undying loyalty to everybody on my roster, it will never happen. I don't do it for the Lakers. I never did it for the Packers. I never did it for any team I've ever cheered for.
I tell you what, you done became a Chargers fan quick. You even got new. What are you purchasing some wardrobe down there?
I've been living in LA for 19 years.
Yeah.
What do you mean I did it overnight? It took 19 years I lived in San Diego, LA for 19 years. How
So what made you make the move now? I'm about to give you an interview on your own show. What made you make the move now?
That I wanted to have a team to root for. I started watching the Charger games after getting into an argument with my brother-in-law, who you met, who's a season ticket holder for the Chargers. He wanted Tua. I said Herbert was the better option. I was right. So every week I would watch the games to rub it in about how good he was.
Defense.
Good. Finally a penalty on the other team. But I was waiting for Aaron Rodgers to be gone because I had always said that as soon as Rodgers was gone, I'd be a Packer fan again. But I don't even really like the Packers. I don't really like anybody on their roster. Like, I'm not connected to them. So
I get it now. So I mean, you needed somebody to show you some love. You need a hug somewhere. I mean, I get it.
Speaking of Chargers fans, here's a real one right here. Simple Dab YT. Wherever he is, it's 1:30 a.m. and he's up watching some preseason Chargers football. Make sure to drop a sub while you're here. Simple.
Yeah, do that. You up 1:30 in the morning. You're a true fan.
Yeah, he a true fan right there.
Y'all need to send him some merch. It's 1:30 a.m. wherever he at. He supposed to be asleep by now, get ready for work tomorrow morning. Y'all need to be figuring out where he at.
He's got to be in another country. He's got to be in
Yeah, he is.
Asia or Europe. One of
Yeah,
the
that sounds like Tokyo. No.
Mike,
that's
if
not.
Roundtree
close,
doesn't
yeah.
make the roster and they keep Kelly, you're going to hear me complain all year long. Like,
Well, you know, when Kelly started struggling, they've already yanked him.
yes, but he
Justin
keeps
Jackson. Justin Jackson hasn't touched the ball, so I feel like Justin Jackson is very safe. Roundtree looks more impressive than Kelly, and he seems like a similar style to Kelly. Like, what do we need Kelly for if we got Roundtree like this?
Also, too, like Roundtree's younger. I want to see him on special teams. I've never seen Kelly out there on special teams, like making plays or covering or anything like that. Like, let's let the young kid out there who looks like a bowling ball work. Easton, you better get this ball into the end zone. You suck.
Interception.
A flag.
Flag, but I don't know where he's throwing the ball at.
That was holding on the 49ers. He panicked and just threw it up, which is not what you do in the NFL.
No.
Never.
You may see that
Never.
With Raw Mind on the mic at the high school games, but you ain't going to see that in the NFL. You got that one monster-sized receiver they just throw it up to every time.
He called the pass interference play in the huddle, the pass interference play, where he's just like, I'm just going to freak out and chuck this ball into the air to our 8th string tight end.
There really wasn't anyone open. I guess, kind of. We got lucky that.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really see a lot. Like the ball didn't look that catchable. Or maybe that's just the lack of athleticism by Anders. I don't know. Like, didn't really see an option there.
Bootleg. I love bootlegs.
You have Palmer. Yes.
He's wide open. Let's go, baby.
The Josh Palmer watch party.
Hey,
I told you when I opened the show.
Hey, Ryan, I got some news. We got one for touchdowns also.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Josh Palmer, ladies and gentlemen.
I like that. Only thing about it, I ain't see Keenan Allen in it.
Keenan Allen.
I'm talking about the touchdown right there. I'm joking.
Oh, Keenan Allen.
I like it.
Keenan Allen's services are reserved for money fights, not.
Oh, money fights. Oh, put my headphones on that one. Hold on.
That was some good playmaking by Easton Stick, but Palmer was open for an eternity. It was way too stressful.
Yes. And also, too, love Keenan Allen. Everybody loved Keenan Allen. I love Keenan Allen. Josh Palmer he's the real deal. He's the business. This kid is good. Watching him in real life, how fast he was, nobody could stay with him. He did whatever he wanted, and Herbert put the ball in his back pocket every time. I'm telling you, he gets playing time, he's going to crush it. I can't wait for it.
He's going to get playing time. I think he's going to be the wide receiver 4 on this team with a heavy rotation in with Mike Williams and Jalen Guyton.
Yeah, and I'm good with that.
How hyped are you going to be, Tony, if week 1, drive 1, they come out with 3 wide receiver set, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Josh Palmer? What was going to be a reaction?
I'm going to be insane. I'm going to go insane. Well, I'll say this much. It depends on whether or not they're kind of just using him, like you said, with Guyton, where they're just having him stretch the field. If they're just like, all right, youngster, you're going to run 40 go routes this week so that we can get Austin Eckler in the flat, or we can get, Keenan Allen a little bit of space underneath. Like, if that's the plan, I'm going to be disappointed. But
Teddy wants some Pittsburgh hate. Teddy, I would sincerely rather have for the course of the entire season this year, Chase Daniel as my starter over Big Ben Roethlisberger. There you go. Dad, Joe Reed to get cut. Yeah, it's looking like Joe Reed and KJ Hill and Moore, Jason Moore Jr. are the 3 that are probably battling for the final wide receiver spot. KJ Hill feels kind of safe because he's also a special teamer, punt returner, kick returner. So really it's between Joe Reed and Moore. And Joe Reed just hasn't even played. He hasn't done anything. He played in the scrimmage we went to, Tony.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done anything.
Wait till Austin Prohl houses one. Did he get cut yet? No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. I think he's in that punt return conversation also.
With Hill.
Stafford and Herbert, yes, by a wide margin. Who?
Oh man,
I've got Ben outside the top 15 right now. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Prohl.
Every great player wishes that they could just live on forever, like Tom Brady is somehow managing to do. Even though Ben looked good yesterday, I just can't see the Steelers I can't see him being good. I can't see him being good this year. I don't know how it works out.
Oh, here's something. And since you're here, Ryan, we'll talk about it. He's asking if Paul Heyman's going to leave Roman for Brock. Here's a take of mine, and I know everyone wants to see Roman versus Rock at WrestleMania, but I think we're going to see a triple threat match: Cena versus Lesnar versus Roman at WrestleMania. I think that's what we're going to get.
I see.
You mean like
WrestleMania.
Frank Gore? Frank, like what?
I
Like
see Roman, because Roman, when he
averaging
put out that
1.2 yards on the Jets? Yeah.
Roman?
Roman versus Lesnar or The Rock. If The Rock gets that match with Roman, because Raw's going down. You gotta put Brock Lesnar on Raw right now, man. What I mean, Bobby Lashley's cool. I like it, but you need somebody there. That's when Paul Heyman gets the best of both worlds. Paul Heyman on Raw, Paul Heyman on SmackDown. You'll hear praising. What you praising about, man?
Just lifting up the Josh Palmer love.
Oh,
That-
I thought you was a lift up me love.
He could have done.
I thought you was acknowledging me.
He could have done 10. Oh my gosh! Don't start this. Anyways, I don't even watch WWE anymore. I know exactly what you're doing. But Palmer could have done 10 push-ups in the back of the end zone by the time the ball got to him.
Oh, I know.
It was ridiculous. All right, Lance. Let's see. Almost threw another pick.
I know. He jammed our linebacker's finger. That thing was so
They just
ugly.
pushed the draft back to he said to SummerSlam
Wait,
to
hang
October,
on.
which means somebody gonna be somewhere to add up the mix.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, so close. Who is that?
57? I didn't
It's
catch
not a
the
good
name.
game for the 49ers.
Oh, yeah, it's OG.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
It's
OG.
yeah.
Yeah, we're going with OG.
And by the way, it's a dream, people. Don't this is all fake news going on.
He's a sneaky baller. He could be a good depth guy, I think, for us.
Well, what happens is if he doesn't hit something big, if he doesn't hit a big play or sustain and put together a good drive, then it'll be back to we told you Jimmy G will start, and then they'll move him along and progress him. But like last week, my phone just went. It just the vibration, the notifications on Twitter went off when Trey Lance threw a touchdown last week. The same thing that happened with Justin Fields.
I don't know why, but you sound like an alien for like 3 seconds there, Tony. Like it put some kind of like it sounded like it stopped now. Maybe you are, and you just transitioned and you forgot. Like, oh man, I'm on the air. Maybe I shouldn't let the alien out. It sounded like you were talking into a fan. Yeah, it sounded like you were talking into a fan. Trey Lance.
A fumble, strip sack.
Oh, you've got it. Oh, just bully him. Just bully him. There's one number 5 that's a rookie on the Chargers that's scoring touchdowns. And there's another number 5 on the 49ers that is just getting bullied by this third string. Chargers.
No. What we're going to say, that's true. What I'm looking at is what y'all said earlier is that play right there, if that was him in North Dakota State, he'd have been took off. That's Kyle Shanahan told him to sit in the pocket no matter what and try to see if he can find the throw. There's no way he sits there and take all that pressure without.
There was nowhere for him to go. Where was he going?
I'm talking his ability. I'm talking about the beginning of the play, not at the very end of the play. 3/4 at the end of the play. I'm talking about like middle way. He could like took off somewhere, but when he started rolling, it was like
Yeah, no.
But yeah, really, there was nowhere to go.
What you were hearing right
I gotta
there,
look at that
Mike,
play again. Go ahead.
Was when you know how you get to that point in your fandom where you got to tell yourself the right thing so that you'll be able to sleep. That's what we just heard right now. Was like this.
No. I'm telling you.
We've all been there.
What it is. I mean, because a player like him used to go through one progression and take off. Kaepernick, they used to talk about, used to go through one progression and take off. That was one of those situations like I had to like literally say, Dad, I want to take off right now. But Kyle would get me on the sideline of things that we don't hear on the show. If I took off, I told you to sit in because this is your time to work on your passing game. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So when you've been flushed out of the pocket and they almost strip, the coach tells you to continue through your progressions?
No.
Yeah,
That's not what I'm saying. Let me make sure you guys, you Charger fans understand this or no. Excuse me. No, what I'm saying is once he hikes the ball, once he goes up, once he made 1, 2, he should have took off. 3, 4 were probably already locked down. Now by the time he gets to 3, 4, he's already in a position where like, I don't have nowhere to go. So you are correct at 3 or 4. I'm talking about 1 and 2. If he just makes his natural athletic instinct. Prime example. I'm going to give you an example. And I'm going to say this not on the passing level. Lamar Jackson would have got a first down on that, on the first and second progression. Easily. He would never even look 3 and 4.
Yeah.
You think so?
Lamar Jackson won an MVP. Like,
okay. I mean, I'm just saying, like, we get that. But what I'm saying is,
so
you trying to tell me he won an MVP, he can't. He can't. So you trying to say me? You trying to tell me that he couldn't do the same thing right then, like Lamar Jackson on progression 1 and 2,
the scales are all out of whack in this stream. We're comparing Frank Gore to LT. We're comparing Kittle to Gates, and now we're comparing Trey to Lamar Jackson.
I'm not.
No. I'm not.
I'm not comparing Lamar. I'm not comparing Lamar or Trey Lance. What I'm saying is, any mobile quarterback, progression 1, progression 2, can take off. What I'm saying is, with Lamar Jackson, I'm gonna be real. If 1 and 2 ain't open, he gone. It ain't no. I'm looking 3 and 4.
Well, that play, there was nothing. There was nowhere to go. There was no gone to be had. They were all over him immediately. Defensive line failed him. His receivers failed him, and he had nowhere to go. Look at Herbie. I told you he didn't put cleats on.
All I say is when the 49ers get to Super Bowl, I'm gonna bring this show up right here, and I'm gonna show where the preseason happened.
Yeah, no. I noticed it just now too.
He was 230 last year, and Staley said he's like a 245er, which is absolutely insane for a quarterback.
All I'm gonna say is, you talking about going somewhere, you better get your offensive line together, because
our offensive line is on the bench. We didn't use our starters like the 49ers did tonight. They're resting for week 1.
They don't have pads on.
Let's also say this.
Where's my button? Where's my button where I can make my own sounds? Womp, womp, womp.
You on your own soundboard?
Here's the other thing that I've just now realized. Like, I'm not even really seeing any complex looks or blitzes or anything.
There's your guy that you hate, Tony.
Oh, don't hate him. Don't hate. Don't get it twisted. Don't hate him. Just like Josh Palmer better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jalen Guyton, man.
Hey, thanks, too. I know I'll be spitting facts, man. You know,
these guys in the red and white and gold just can't keep up, it seems like.
Oh, no. They're just catching all kinds of smoke right now. That's all.
This is why I call preseason. This is what preseason is. It's hire, fire you time. So whatever's out there right now is hire you or fire you. But see, back in my day, man, y'all thought prime time Dion was something. Y'all ain't know who I was, did you? The out route was taken away.
Oh yeah, no one runs out routes on Dion. Oh my God, get Kelly out of there. He just got blown up. Even Joey Bosa reacted to it like, damn. I like LT's hairdo, man.
I do too.
He should have been rocking that in his playing days.
I don't know. In the preseason, all I want to see is young people making plays and competing, like the people that are going to be on the roster and doing backups, because everything is going to be scaled up to a whole nother level of schemes and plays and whatever. What the hell was that? Whatever the plan is.
Wide open.
No shit.
Oh, well, thoughts here, people. Parental discretion advised. Hoping the kids ain't watching.
He said shoot.
Yes.
When
we get to the regular season, it's everything just looks completely different. We've seen teams like the Browns go 4-0 in preseason football before, and then come out and go 2-14 in a season. But you want, like, for me, I want to see all the players that are either going to play key backup roles, or starters out there getting a limited time to get chemistry and compete. And I've been seeing a lot of that in the first 6 quarters of the game. Even in the first game, I thought Slater looked pretty good.
Yeah. And you want the players that you know this team's going to depend on down the stretch, like in week 12 and after, just because it's football. There's going to be injuries. Guys are going to get banged up. You want to see those guys stand out when they're playing against third-string players. That's really a big thing for me with preseason football. Not win or loss necessarily, but I want to see Josh Palmer stand out. I want to see Jalen Guyton standing out above the rest, because those are guys that are going to be playing against starting quality NFL talent come week 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's why I wanted to see more Trey McKitty. Like, but
Yeah.
for whatever reason, I didn't even see Parham, so maybe
I hope
he's
he's-
already like part of that 2 tight end package.
Yeah.
You know,
You think
then,
that not having Parham, not having Cook even playing in this game yet, McKitty would be getting a lot of action.
yes,
But
and he's
Anderson.
not.
It's Anderson.
So that makes
McKitty-
me wonder, like,
I'm a little scared.
is he not understanding like the routes? Is he not understanding the blocking scheme? Like,
Something.
what is the issue with him not getting playing time here? Because if he's not going to be a starter and you use the 3rd round pick on him, let's get him out there and let's see him.
Overpaying for former Packers. Corey Linsley is the best center in football right now. It's just a matter of staying healthy. Me and Tony have talked about this till we were blue in the face multiple times, on multiple occasions. But I want to know what Ryan's opinion is on the Chargers' new offensive line revamp with Rashawn Slater and Corey Linsley. You think we're going to see a lot of improvement as an outsider looking in? Because obviously, we know we're going to be a top 10 offensive line. What do you think?
Like I said earlier, you guys are gonna be pretty good, but it's gonna come down to you and Kansas City. May the best team win the division. I don't see the Raiders doing anything. I don't know what Denver got going on. I'd be shocked. Only thing that can hurt you guys is your injuries. If something happens, health. Like any team, I know about it. 'Cause I think for the 49ers, the mamas, the daddies, the players, the offense, the defense, the training coaches, the management, the media production crew got hurt last year. So, I always like the Chargers, like sneakily, but not as a fan, because I'm a fan of the 49ers, but I can see that. I can see you guys doing good.
I don't think of and I appreciate you saying that, Ryan. It gives us some kind of words. We are doing good today, especially against 49ers. HoofTube said, and Jared Cook. I don't think of Jared Cook as a Packer. Yes, he was in the Packers. When I think of Jared Cook, I think of his time as a Saint. It's a Saint.
Well, he's been on 9 teams, so pick a team and you can.
True. He's been around the horn a few times.
Yeah, he's been a Raider. He's been everywhere.
I don't know what this comment is, Hoof. No, we do not want Tua anywhere near blue. All right, keep him in.
There
teal.
was the other Packer that he didn't mention. Who's
Yeah, those washed Green Bay Packers that we picked up, like Casey Hayward, who led the league in interceptions a couple times while he's a Charger.
that Rodgers cried about.
Yeah.
They let my teammates go.
Oh no, don't start it. I took the Rodgers jersey down because I didn't want you to get triggered.
It's good. You should put it back in your bathroom in case somebody
Put
needs
it back in the thrift store that I got it from.
Oh, God.
Just walk in and hang it on the shelf.
My mic's echoing again.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Okay,
There's
good.
nothing. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're talking. Boop, beep, beep, beep.
Here we
how
go.
many minutes? We got 2 minutes in the second half.
What would you say the most important position group is? For me, it's O-line. If you got an elite line, then you can run the ball and control the ball. You've got more time for big plays as well. Yeah, I think O-line is second behind quarterback.
Right, because you can have the best O-line in the world. The quarterback can't read and don't know where to throw the ball at. It's like
The quarterback,
and I hate when people say that. Go ahead.
the quarterback and the center are the only two players in football that are involved in every single play that takes place.
And you can have the best offensive line. I've seen quarterbacks who really had a good offensive line, and coaches be like, and O-line be like, yo, what happened? Because the quarterback doesn't read well. Think about that when you say that, but I do respect the offensive line as being a top priority. I will say they're a top priority. It doesn't necessarily mean they're number one, but it's definitely top priority.
Yeah, or the quarterback overthrows all his receivers. I mean, there's problems with quarterbacks.
Yeah, I just seen that a few minutes ago with Jimmy G. Whoever said simply
Jimmy G. I was talking about Trey Lance.
No. So I'm talking about. I'm gonna go back to simply whoever the comment was.
Simply Dav.
Jimmy G had like multiple times in the first quarter throw the ball. He overthrew somebody.
Mhm.
I don't even know what was going on. I'm like, you got all this time. So what I'm saying is on that is like that's the same thing that happened. We had that time. If you can't make the correct throws or the perfect throw or the accurate throw is what I should say, then that's what it is.
Remember when he had all that time in the Super Bowl to hit Emmanuel Sanders? How
Oh,
good the line was on that play?
whoa, Tony.
I will say
I was
this.
rooting for the 49ers, but I knew exactly what was going to happen. I knew that. In the third quarter, I just looked around at all my buddies. That was a left-handed throw. Gosh, dang, man. Easton Stick.
The offensive line, it definitely is a big key. It's why I'm so big on the Browns continuing to be good because of that offensive line.
Yeah.
And it's why I'm so perplexed by the Bengals not taking an offensive lineman in the draft. Like, Jamar Chase is probably going to be great, but I just think you would have gotten more out of going offensive line. I know they got an offensive lineman, I think, in the second round of the draft, but why not go both positions when you already have Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins? And you could get a third receiver in the third round who could be a stud, Josh Palmer. I mean, I'm glad they didn't. But what I'm saying is there's talent in the third round at wide receiver as to where I would rather get the sort of bona fide.
We're getting shafted here, Tony. We're in field goal range, and Easton Stick committing intentional grounding penalties.
Oh, it's all good.
Somebody who really cares about winning. You guys act like you guys are making all these mistakes, although the 49ers are losing with just
y'all made
some people
mistakes.
here, some people there. And we know that, no question. I'm not talking about that.
Y'all probably made more.
But we get both of our first teams on the field an entire game. Is what the head of the table say. It's
your first team played today.
We had Jimmy G.
All they did was turn it over.
We had me at center. We had me at tight end, and we had me at running back.
And you're on commentary. You got to go forward. You got to go upfield. We're trying to get in the field goal range, KJ. Come on. Stop bouncing around.
Put him out there.
That play wasn't designed to get a first down.
The defense, when the field is when they're actually in the fair field, not in the red zone, the defense has done their job today. The guys are trying to get higher for the 49ers.
What are we doing? Left hand up? Left hand behind the back? Fingers crossed?
He came out to you. He came out to you.
He did. Now he's about to go back to the unemployment line.
What?
He's about to get cut.
Come on now.
It's not good. We watched him. Mike watched him twice. Mike went to training camp. We watched him at FanFest. At one point at FanFest, he got booed for missing like 6 or 7 kicks in a row. Like, it was real bad.
So you don't think he's going to make this?
No, I think he is.
It's a 51-yarder.
Oh, my gosh. No way.
What they say? What's the saying? Long as he make it when it counts, it matters.
Discano. I thought that they were yanking Badgley. Like, they sent him out there and like, nope, we changed our mind. Send 16 out there. That's what I thought they were doing. But I guess he's going to kick it still.
Vizcaino. And let's ask your wife for proper pronunciation.
Yeah, because I see your wife is over there. You talking on the sideline. That's what the guy said. She wear the pants, so you need to have her on the mic. So she gonna do that.
All
right,
get up.
Silence. He made it. He made it.
This is my nightmare. It is good. He got it. Blue, you're my boy.
I loved it.
Hey, look, that's what I was saying. Like, as long as he makes it when it counts, that's all that matters. And that's what he's doing. He's just playing for a contract. But
this is my nightmare.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I like how you threw that in there.
This is.
Oh man. 10-2 Chargers lead here late in the second quarter. I'm not sure if the 49ers are going to put the drive together. I didn't catch how much time was left. I know it's probably close to a minute. First play in Chargers history was a touchdown.
I'm not going to lie. That might be my favorite thing from tonight's game. And Josh Palmer caught a touchdown. And you know that I cannot stop talking about that kid at wide receiver. But the fact that a 50-yard field goal went down.
57 seconds.
You get a little sweaty when the field goal kicker walks out. Like, come on.
I get scared.
Like, what?
There's been so many times where Michael Badgley has literally ruined my entire first half of my week with how bad he's been. Where I'm just like, he comes up to kick and I'm just like, it is not going in. It does not matter if it's an extra point. I don't think it's going in. But he made that one. And he has a cool podcast, so.
But they had to put him in there. Like, you have to see that. Even if it was anything under 55, I want to see him kick. And if you miss a 50-yarder, it's not the end of the world. It depends on how badly you miss it, I guess. But
Yeah. Let's see how Patrick Mahomes 2.0 does with 57 seconds left here. We're going to see some hurry up from him. Little screen, and it's fumbled. It's fumbled. Pick the ball up.
I think it was just a drop. I think it was just that.
Yeah, I think it was. But, you know, if it's that close, you always just pick it up.
I mean, and let's be honest. If Jeff Wilson Jr. caught that, he's probably getting like a yard and a half on that. That would have been a nice play.
Yard and a half. I'm talking about 50 for a touchdown.
Oh, he was swarmed. There's 5 powder blue jerseys right there. He ain't going nowhere. And on the interception earlier, that was Taysom Campbell, Tony, a guy who's a hopeful to contribute this year as a CB4, but like a heavy rotation guy, slot guy. He's actually pretty good. And we got him, I think, undrafted last year. So he's been surprisingly good. There you go. Trey Lance completing that one.
I know. He was 1 for 6 before that.
With an interception.
Just like anybody's old relationship, the past doesn't matter. It's about what now happens.
That's a good way to think when your quarterback's thinking.
Before that, 1 for 6. I mean, what was he, divorced like several times?
We got a little bit render.
Yeah, well, you got a nice little pop at the end of that run there. That's what I was looking at.
That's right. Feed him that shoulder pad. Turn the head. Thank you, former governor.
The governor.
You got guests like that on Raw Minds? Does Arnold Schwarzenegger stop by your podcast?
Man, you know what? I've been trying to talk to him about the Terminator, see if he could do part whatever.
Part 50?
Y'all in Hollywood, man. You know, you in Cali. Y'all get the celebrities to do that. We don't get those. We get the farmers over here. Raw thoughts. We don't get the celebrities that walk and put their name on the star down Hollywood Boulevard. What is it called?
No, you gotta reach out to
what is it, Melrose or what Rose?
E40s.
What is it? Rodeo Drive. That's it. We don't got that over here.
Gold Glover, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Drop a follow. Twitch. Oh no.
Hey, look, and this is what we we were talking too fast when we were.
They say he got out of bounds. He did not get out of bounds.
He didn't get out of bounds.
They stopped the clock though.
Isn't it amazing when you got a guy like that in a no huddle and he actually gets things going right then with Shepard?
He made one good throw. One.
Who is this? It says Glover.
Let's see how good the throw. And the guy's wide open. I mean, it was an easy good throw.
I mean, that's what happens when you don't cover nobody. I mean,
like you said, Ryan,
you picked on me earlier.
You could have made
picked on me earlier when you guys were wide open. When you had to throw the drop the chickapookle. I saw that.
Oh my goodness!
We're going in the end zone, baby. Touchdown.
Yeah, that was touchdown, a really bad false start.
And oh Lord, and it's a free play. Oh man, don't do. See y'all. By the way, you fans ain't cheating. Cause look, that's a free play. If that was Aaron Rodgers, he would have got that free play. It was offsides on defense. He would have got a free play.
They caught offside. I thought that Ayuk was...
Yeah, that's a free play. Aaron Rodgers get that. You know,
huge.
That's what lets you know who's elite, who's not.
Huge football fans, Gold Glover, and we will be watching a bunch of football games. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, he was
always join the war zone, man.
He was so far offsides. He's like, I'm not even going to try and pass rush. Yeah, make sure
once you go, you can't stop. I hate that because when they do allow for the continuation and the guy who's offside just stops, it's even worse.
Ayuk, nice tackle, keep him in bounds. They got to use their timeout. Let's do that again.
I know. Let's get it.
Over here, fellas.
A sack ends the half.
No, I think they have one timeout left.
No, they just burned it. They just burned it. Yep, I think so.
You said one timeout. You said a sack ends the half. Guess what?
Yeah.
Trey's gonna give you what you didn't dream of, your worst nightmare. He's about to score a touchdown right here.
And they'll still be down.
Raw thoughts.
Gold Glover, if you want to head over to YouTube, that's where a lot of our content is. You can go check it out, man. But I appreciate you tuning in on Twitch. We're trying to build our Twitch up. That's why we're live.
Oh, I forgot about Twitch. I just got me a Twitch. Excuse me. I'm about to line up a Twitch. I like this. It's pretty cool. You know, we got Twitch over here in the building. The Warzone got Twitch. They got YouTube. They probably got their own personal pages. I'll tell you what.
Oh, what's it called?
He's a Packers fan like my mama, man.
Drop your handle in the chat, Gold Glover. We're all going to go follow you.
Amen.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna say amen to this touchdown. What they say in church, let the church say amen. 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 Hey, they so quiet over here. You see how quick the face change? Talk about the vibe in the room. When you win it, it's all cheers. When you scored. What my picture? I'm gonna put a screenshot of this. This is a whole different vibe right here. Do you see these guys right here, people? Look, you got one looking at the score. You see him, he done sat back. Hey, matter of fact, I might hit y'all with some raw thoughts. Hey, who to? Tell them to put up a 40-pounder commercial like you do.
Joe Morley scored. Get out of here.
Commercial.
Trey Lance 4 for 10 now with a touchdown and interception.
But 4 for 10, as long as it happens when it happens. They going for the 2-point conversion. We're going to tie the game up.
Raw reaction.
Hey, look, tell them to put up that commercial they do. That little when they do field goals and interceptions.
I don't know what you're talking about.
One right now for that.
What are you talking about? We don't do anything like that.
You just.
How about we do it?
Oh. And we gone.
Bad tackling. The quarterback's running at you. You don't put your head down. Go and lay that man out.
There's a flag.
Nothing to be afraid of. Oh, there's a flag. Okay, well, wait a sec.
That's against the offense, too. I saw him point there.
Holding. Bet you they had to hold because he's about to get murdered.
Oh.
He's about to get blown up. Fackrell is coming in hot.
Field goal team here now officially now. Hey, look, so you do have that interception. You said, what'd you say, Ryan? You hit me, you turned me to commercial. Look at this serious face by. Oh boy. As a matter of fact, you know what? Raw thoughts here, people. Hold on a second. And I got those.
They're going for 2 or are they kicking it now? Tony, you good?
Hey,
yeah, I'm good. I'm looking for one of my drops to upload in here for my 49er brethren, but I can't find the one that I want.
Okay,
Joe
so
Moore said if it isn't Trey Lance isn't the starter week 1, the San Francisco should ride.
Oh, that's awkward. Your guys' kicker stinks.
Oh my God.
You're talking about Badgley, but now Gold's missing kicks. You know what?
Jeff Gould using money in the bank. He using money in the bank.
One-time offer, Ryan. We will send you a free trade. You saw Badgley hit that 51-yarder. Badgley for Robbie Gould.
Money in the bank
during the season. Now.
I ain't crazy. Gould money in the bank when we need him. I'm not giving up Gould. That's why Gould held out last year. Gould money in the bank when it's time. Preseason. Oh, no. Won't get me like that.
Man, I wish that safety mattered, but it don't now. Now it's a 2-point game. Chargers lead.
Regular season, he would have been on his back. Bosa would have been eating his lunch. Crushed.
As a matter of fact, I'm over here too much celebrating. Who was the one who scored the touchdown? Who was the guy that caught the pass?
That was Muhammad Sanu.
We're going to talk about who caught the pass?
Yeah, it was Muhammad Sanu. Chris Brady,
okay.
I bet over 34 points. Oh, yeah, you're going to.
I had to get y'all faces. Y'all faces are official. Y'all were so serious. I made sure I got y'all faces. Hey, who two? I got their faces. It's halftime now. I'm going to get ready to get up out of here. You know, okay. I got to try to run for president. Well, mayor at the time.
Good luck, guys. Vote for Raw Mind if you want some raw thoughts at the podium in 2024.
I got some people already telling me already, right? They was like, no raw thoughts at the podium. You're in a different world. They said no raw thoughts. We told you before you go out there, no raw thoughts. Okay.
We're betting for this, or we're rooting for this over 30 points now, Chris Brady. It's going to be a 35-8 victory for the Chargers.
35-8.
Bet the over 34.
It's already 34 now, right?
Oh, you see
Both
this?
Teams.
If Trey Lance isn't the starter for week 1, San Francisco should riot, is what Joe Moore said.
That's what I told you, Joe Moore. I said it earlier. I don't know if you heard me. I did say that.
We're going to halftime. We're going to halftime, ladies and gentlemen.
And with that being said, that's all for the show. You guys have a great day, great night, great morning, whatever time you listen to this episode. No, man. I'm going to get up out of here and let y'all guys have fun the rest of the show.
Sounds good. We're going to sit here and we are going to give Josh Palmer what he deserves.
Well, guys, everybody who's listening, I'm about to go. And I know them guys going to have some raw thoughts on somebody, so I'm going to let them hang their own selves with their own team. Have a nice night.
Make sure you guys check Raw Mind Sports out on Instagram and on all platforms. He has a podcast and multiple shows that are absolutely electric. And as you can tell, he don't hold back in anything that he does. So thank you for joining us, Ryan. But next time, try to come in without all that San Francisco 49ers nonsense you were saying in the beginning with Frank Gore and Antonio Gates and all that. Please.
Totally encouraged, too, by the chat, which we don't need any of that.
That was who? That was the other 49ers person. Chris Brady, go Chargers. Yeah, Chris Brady, thanks for stopping by, man. Hit a subscription. Hit the notification bell so that way you're alerted every time we go live again.
I'm actually very encouraged by the first
Tony's
half.
freezing up.
Am I?
Oh, there you go. I am too.
I'm
You're good
very encouraged. Very encouraged about all the things that I saw. 2 interceptions. Moving the football pretty good with Easton. Like I said, I would have liked to see maybe a little bit more from some of the other guys. Like, hopefully in the second half, we're going to get to see more Roundtree and less Kelly. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Roundtree get 10 carries in the second half. Seeing if they can get him out, on some screen passes, letting that little bowling ball roll down the field.
Yeah. Much like we saw last week. Much like we saw last week with him.
Yeah.
The defense looks really good, and it's good to see, even though it is the third stringers, it's good to see Asante Samuel get a pick, obviously. But the defense, scheme-wise, looks like they're giving both 49ers quarterbacks fits.
And Murray was out there for at least the first couple drives and looked really good. Like, he was because that was a moment where I held my breath when we saw him go down on the side over there trying to tackle Jared Cook or whatever in practice. It was like you just had got done going over injuries and horror and everything, and then all of a sudden he's with the trainers on the table. We had talked about how he was going to be used. Although I did see him doing a lot more coverage. I didn't really see him going after the quarterback. He was dropping back a lot.
They need to unleash him. He's going to be a guy that's going to be a scary pass rusher if they give him the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean,
Instagram, I guess, doesn't. I'm not allowed to go live because I'm hitting the button to go live and it just won't do it.
Speaking of which, I don't know if that guy who hates the Steelers is still in here and help with Melvin or Ingram in that game I was watching the other night. He looks pretty done.
Yeah.
He might be a little out of shape or whatever, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's much left in the legs after the injuries.
I agree. And he was a guy that, even with us, seemed like he was pretty done. He was pretty done last year, and he was pretty done the year before that. And they were kind of just holding on to him because they didn't really have any other options to turn to. Now we got some guys in here like Nwosu, who's a little bit more developed, like Chris Rumph, who's going to be playing, and Fackrell. Fackrell's been one of the most impressive players out there today.
Yeah, Fackrell should have got credit for a sack on that one play, and then they didn't even call the intentional grounding. I guess there was a running back in the area 5 yards away, but that's fine. They also were able to overcome quite a few dumb penalties. There was a couple times they should have been off the field a little bit sooner. They weren't. It didn't cost them anything, which last year was a lot of times I saw that it did. And maybe in the regular season when they're doing stuff like that, it will be something that will be a little more damaging.
I agree with Gold Glover. Do you agree with him? He's saying, and honestly, from an unbiased perspective, the Chargers are a team with a better upside out of these two. I think the 49ers can be very good this year, and I think the 49ers can be a playoff team this year. But I think that the Chargers are heading in a trajectory, and especially if Staley can get this defense up to par, to be competing with the Kansas City Chiefs for the next 3 seasons or 4 seasons. Beyond that, we don't know what's going to happen. But definitely throughout Justin Herbert's rookie contract, I think the Chargers have, AFC championship on the mind. The Niners are trying to figure out what they're doing at the quarterback position still very much.
I would agree with it to this extent. And I think that these two divisions really are the best two divisions in football. We give a lot of crap. The Raiders are going to be competitive and the Broncos defense is going to be really good. And if Bridgewater gets the start. So I see what you're saying. But I mean, this team is removed from a Super Bowl not that long ago with Jimmy G, who's still there. So I think a lot of it is which team can stay healthier. That's the only thing is like I guess the upside argument to me like only comes with health, because if you tell me that Derwin James and Bosa are going to stay healthy, that like that right there on the defense
that changes a lot. Yeah.
And then the you get health on the offensive line. Like even last year with not a good offensive line at all, they were able to be not only a competitive team, probably should have been a 9 or 10 win team last year. Mm-hmm. Now you get this offensive line. Eckler's going to be out there. I actually think that Jackson is a very capable number 2. Like I think you can go back and forth between those two, but more than anything, I'm really hoping that Roundtree can just be the guy where they're like, hey, we're going to come in and this guy's just going to smash through people. Like we're just going to allow him to like
little change of pace. Yeah, because Justin Jackson can be a little bit too much side to side at times.
Well, he's just also not got that frame for it, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, where's that guy? Where's that, like, Latavius Murray that can come in opposite of your pass catcher? Because Eckler can still run. I still want him to get 12 to 15 carries a game. But 20 carries a game in a 17-game season, I'm not sure that he's there at the end of the year. Like, not healthy anyway.
Yeah, I'm very scared. I've been preaching it all offseason. The Chargers should really, really, really consider picking up another running back that can take, you know, a large amount of touches off of Eckler's hands, just in the moments where, like, the situation doesn't fit Eckler's skill set. In those little moments, go ahead and throw someone else out there. I don't, like, as good as Roundtree's looked in the preseason, as good as Justin Jackson's been in his career, I don't know if I trust those guys to do it. That's why I really wanted to see them either draft or bring someone in, not draft someone super high, but what Javonte Williams was available there. I think he went in the second round, though. Maybe even a little bit less than that. Maybe Michael Carter, or maybe later on. But yeah, I wouldn't even mind if they picked up a veteran right now. They signed him tomorrow.
The guy that I would like, because I was just going to say that on the excuse me,
you're good.
On the veteran front would be Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson would be perfect.
I'd like to see a guy who still has a little bit of burst left, and you need him to come in. You still have to respect him, too. So if you're on a 3rd and 2, yeah, you might be giving him the ball to smash right up the center. But you also have to respect the play action in that thing, where you can get Herbert out on a bootleg. He can use his legs if he needs to. You're running like a little cross, trail, whatever they're putting in the playbook in that situation. I think you have to respect Adrian Peterson. I'm not sure that people are still going to respect even Todd Gurley at this point, or Frank Gore the same way that they would. Adrian Peterson still has a little bit left. It's obviously not the same all day we saw in Minnesota, but I would like that veteran. Otherwise, I think you just got to trust one of the younger, bigger backs. And Kelly, I'm not a fan. I don't trust and I don't like it.
Chris Brady, we will be streaming Charger games this year. We will be talking Chargers talk all year this year. It's going to be a lot of fun on the Nuts and Bolts first annual year. And we're going to be back for 25 years to come. So hop on the train now.
Chris is a Bolts fan?
I believe so. He's talking. Okay. Yeah, he said go Chargers up here earlier in the chat. He just wants to see those 34 points, total points. Here's the stats here. The Chargers have forced 2 turnovers. They have 1 sack. 44 rushing yards, 76 passing yards. Let's talk about disappointing a little bit. Trey McKitty has been his usage has been disappointing because we don't even know what he can do. We haven't even seen what he can do. And then, in my opinion, I don't know what you think. Easton Stick's gotten it done tonight, but I think Chase Daniel has another 7 to 10 points on the board right now.
They were marching. They had tons of opportunities. I think a couple of the penalties are based on like indecision on Easton Stick. Before we jumped on, we talked about it. It's like Easton Stick, probably a nice guy, been with the team, reliable, whatever. Sorry, bud, you're gone. Like I don't need him on the roster. Maybe if he wants to be the practice squad guy, if he's happy, but he's not dressing on Sunday. Even in this, if you've been with this team for this long, I get it's probably a new offense that you're learning and whatever else, but you should be pretty comfortable here. And he just looks confused and scared. Josh Palmer can't stand in the corner of the end zone wide open for like 8 Mississippi, and then you finally get the ball away. You can't be throwing left-handed passes when you're not Brett Favre or Patrick Mahomes. Like, there's a few people that get away with that kind of crap. You're not one of them. Like, you
Not
just
even
can't do
close.
that.
Not even the same stratosphere. Yeah, so I'll say those two have been a little bit disappointing. Badgley made his 50-yard field goal. That's good to see. I know we all were making fun of him and talking about how bad he's been in practice in the scrimmage. Just to see it go through, even in a preseason game, is good. And any time I see him line up kick field goals, I'm scared, especially from outside of 40. And I think he was the worst kicker in the league last year outside of 40.
Well, right after that too, he came out and you could see that he was feeling himself a little bit because he then banged a touchback. Like, he just crushed the ball, and it's like, oh, he felt that moment. I don't care who the kicker is. I want that person to be confident, because you can kind of tell, you can kind of, whatever it is, whenever you're talking to people or you're around them, you can always see people who are relaxed, confident, comfortable. I want to see that from the players that I'm watching. I don't want a guy coming out there and being like, kind of like deep breath, like constantly like wiping sweat, drying his palms off on there, like getting ready. I just want him walking out there and being like, nope, I'm crushing this thing. 58 yard, doesn't matter. Like, this is my job, my team, my spot. And if you can do that, then I'm good with it. Then I'm good.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. And I think it is a confidence thing. We'll see if Vizcaino gets a kick here tonight. I kind of hope he does, even if it's an extra point, just to see it. I know last week, though, they went with all Vizcaino. So I'm interested if maybe they're going all Badgley this week and they're going to flip-flop it.
Well, yeah, because
that's a true battle. That's a true battle for that spot. That is probably the biggest camp battle that's going on in the Chargers locker room right now. We got the last wide receiver spots is a little bit of a battle, but that kicker spot is the biggest and hottest battle for the Chargers right now.
Well, when we talked to Compas on the beat, they were saying the same thing, right? They were like, oh, it's a real battle, but it's probably leaning more towards Vizcaino than it is Badgley at this point. But at the same point, you want to see him in these kind of situations, right? But like, we're not really gonna be able to tell until it's money on the line. Like, so when I was putting together the field goal video today, do you know how hard it is to find positive recent kicking news for the Chargers? It's impossible. But there is montages of every field goal missed by the Chargers. Like, you can find everything. And Badgley is like, there's the Saints, there's the Steelers, there's the Broncos, it just like, it goes on and on of these like missed big kicks. That montage.
I think of every Badgley missed kick. I don't know if Tony knows that he's having some. You're buffering. There you go. You're back now.
I'm sorry. Okay. What I'm saying is like, there's one where like, it's not even a montage. It's just the end of the game against the Steelers, where it's like, there's a holding call, there's another holding call, there's an offsides call, like, without being bailed out there, that would have been another time that he was done. There was like, it would have just been another bad thing. But there's like a 5-minute montage from one season in 2017 of all the missed kicks, and it's like 15 to 18. It's bad. It's hard to put together a positive game-winning field goal video. Like, that's what I realized today. I was like, okay, got to find one. Just need one.
Gold Glover's talking fantasy football. This will be deep sleepers here playing in the game today. Josh Palmer obviously won. We got to see a Jalen Guyton sideline catch. That's Jalen Guyton's MO right there. That's what he's gonna be doing all year. That's what he did all year last year. So those two guys are probably guys that we've seen today that would be fantasy relevant of any sort as bench stashers. Maybe if Roundtree somehow gets into the number 2 spot action, something happens to Justin Jackson, Joshua Kelly isn't performing. Maybe he is a like late in the season guy, but I think Josh Palmer and Guyton for us as far as deep sleepers that are playing today.
I could see at some point where Roundtree's the handcuff that you want to have in this offense. Because I could see them moving. If something happened to Eckler, I could see them moving Jackson to more of that Eckler role and having Roundtree as like I said, they targeted him. They threw him a little screen pass in this game, even though there was a penalty on that play or whatever it was. And Gold Glover, we do have a fantasy show and fantasy content and shorts and whatever. And we're always encouraging people to, like, put their thoughts in the chat, or questions or whatever it is, and let's just talk about it. Let's all just try to make sure we have the best roster starting every time. We'll be doing stuff leading up to the games on Sunday, talking waiver wire pickups.
If you go to the YouTube channel, Gold Glover, and go to the playlist, there's a couple fantasy playlists in there that you can go through and check out, even with different hosts that aren't necessarily just me and Tony Tucker, other people, other opinions. This is our Charger bias land, so you're going to hear us talking about the Chargers a lot, but we do really talk about every single team in the National Football League and in the NBA and in the MLB now. I saw Willie's show today. It was very, very, very good baseball content for us.
Oh, yeah. It was great. Getting that deep into the collapse of the Mets. I was like, oh, shit.
I loved it.
Yes.
Another sack. Who is that? Oh, that's oh no, I don't know who that is.
Lemore?
Yeah, he's a end of the depth chart guy.
All right.
But we'll take it. I mean, the offensive tackle didn't even try to block him, it didn't look like. Trey Lance, though, with all that mobility this guy has, is feeling a lot of heat.
He is, and I do think there's some sort of credence to what Raw Minds was saying. I was just trying to be a jerk.
Of course.
But I do think he does want him saying, like, hey, this is our time. We do want you to, like, not use your legs.
I will say, wow, another bad throw. That's an easy one, too. It seems like he doesn't have the touch on him. He's just launching all of them.
Yeah.
He's got to know that this guy's 3 yards away from you. You can't throw 80-mile-per-hour fastball at him.
Isn't it? It's so. This is the difference between him and Jimmy G for me, though, is that, like, Jimmy G is consistent, fine. He went to a Super Bowl, with a solid running game and defense. Nobody ever brings that up, too, that he only threw like 6 times in that Packer game because the rushing game was like
so good. Yeah.
But it's crazy how, like, when some guy he's just the guy and he has so much talent, it just takes one play on that last drive. It just took one play for him to take his time, find Sherfield or whatever that dude's name was down the sideline for a play.
I'm going to say this too, and, bring up the point that he maybe isn't scrambling as much just because he's practicing his pocket awareness and everything. His pocket poise does not look that good, and I might be even being way more picky, and this is my, like, former football player mind going here. His stance is too wide for him to effectively move around, and you'll notice that maybe he's out there on the next drive. It takes him longer to get movement when your stance is that wide. So to step up, step back, move left, move right. You can do it a lot faster if your feet are a little closer together and you got a little bit more balance there. He's coming out in the second half. They're so screwed. They're so screwed. 34 points, right?
Oh, man, now I want Palmer back in the game.
He might come out there with them.
I hope he does. Oh, come on. Ed McKinney.
Walking out there, ladies and gentlemen. If he lights it up, Easton Stick is going to have to pack him up now. I think he has a chance for a third quarterback on the roster. We've carried 3 quarterbacks before. We carried Justin Herbert, Tyrod Taylor, and Easton Stick.
But I could see if he want. Here's my thing: is that I don't want to use a dress spot when you will literally never pull Justin Herbert. In my world, in my mind, I would never pull him out. I will never need him. So you have an emergency quarterback, Guyton or somebody that you're just like, or Eckler or Jackson.
Keenan played in high school.
Yeah, I don't want that kind of heat coming towards him though. He's already. If you needed an emergency quarterback, at which point I would have all of my, fragile guys out. Like the game would be over in my mind. I wouldn't even be having those guys on the field.
I will say this, Chargers fans. I know Brandon Staley is the defensive coordinator for the Rams. The Rams have this famous double pass where they kick it out to wide receiver. Cooper Kupp runs it now, but they've been doing it forever, ever since Sean McVay's been there. Keenan Allen may have a double pass design. So if you want to go to Vegas and put it down, 1 passing touchdown for Keenan Allen this year.
I like that.
You're not
getting that kind of betting flavor, that kind of action. Nobody's keeping you up to date.
Keenan Allen passing touchdowns?
Yeah, on what he used to defend while he was with the Rams in between the years of 18 and 20, you know?
I'm just saying, Keenan used to play quarterback in high school. So if he was going to bring that play over to Los Angeles, that would be the guy that we'll go to.
This is I'm going to finish my thought and I'll make it shorter. I would rather use that dress spot for Vizcaino and Badgley than I would rather use it for a third quarterback on the roster. Because at least that way, if one of those guys chokes, it's like, hey, come on, you put your chin strap on and get out there and kick a field goal. Like, I think it's more valuable.
Well, this is awkward.
What?
We were actually just bagging on Stick.
No.
He's not. I think the talent around him is holding him up a little bit, and he looks good on maybe the stat sheet right now, but he's missed a couple of throws, and he's made a couple of crazy bad penalties, like shouldn't happen in the NFL penalties. Now we're going to see some Chase Daniel, who's a 10-year veteran. It's going to be like a night and day thing
and
here.
I forgot about Bradwell because he looked good last week, too.
Yep,
when he's not in here.
Hopefully he looks good.
Yeah, Easton Stick, he didn't look good. He did. The stat sheet might be good. It just wasn't something I ever want to see on a Sunday afternoon.
Oh no, Stick. This is year 4, I think, for Stick. He was Philip Rivers' backup for a full season. He was the sole backup for Philip Rivers for a full season. And then when Herbert came in and they switched to Tyrod, he was the third string behind Herbert. So he's been on the team. I think this is year 3 or 4 now for Easton Stick. How would you react, Tony, if Justin Herbert came out, and you were a fan back then? Justin Herbert came out against Kansas City Chiefs in his debut game, and it was famously known for him being phenomenal in that game. Right after that game, our head coach at the time got to the podium and said there's going to be a true QB competition between Easton Stick, the guy you just saw in the first half, versus Justin Herbert. He said that into a microphone.
I have a text message when I'm talking to my brother-in-law about that, and I was like, there's no controversy. Because he called me and he was angry after the game that Anthony Lynn had said that, and he was like, this guy needs to be fired right now, because he had been calling for him to be fired for a while.
Yeah.
And he was upset, and I was like, there's no controversy. It's over. The controversy was ended today. You couldn't go backwards after that performance on 5 minutes notice, and he played that well against his, and I think it came down to a field goal. Wasn't that a missed field goal? Chargers had a chance to have the lead, I believe, in that game.
The Chargers had like a 24-7 lead in the third quarter, and the defense, Gus Bradley's wonderful play calling, decided, we're just going to back off and just let Kelsey, let Hill, let Mahomes cook underneath. What you don't understand is these guys aren't just good down the field pass catchers. These guys are elite in open space. You cannot let them just catch the ball freely and get 10 yards per play. That's just as bad as giving up 130-yard pass every 5 plays. You know what I mean? And it really was awful, the defensive play calling last year, especially in the second half, because I knew what he was doing. He was like, we got this in the bag. Let's just back off and make sure I don't get any big plays. But that's not how the NFL works when you're playing Drew Brees, Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes 3 straight weeks when you have a rookie quarterback in. That's just not how that works.
That's a tough way to start your NFL career right there.
That was rough. But he was very good in that stretch. Like, that was his best stretch of the season. Actually, I'll say the final 4 games was his best stretch. Yes, those were very flashy, but he still made a lot of mistakes in those first 3 really flashy games. In the final 4, he looked close to a veteran with his poise, with his decision-making. We saw him going through all of his reads and just hitting his check down when Eckler got back after being hurt. And that kind of stuff to me is very promising, because that's what makes the elite quarterbacks remain elite for a very long time, is when they're able to get through all the reads, they don't make a mistake. They just go ahead and get to the check down, and they're good. Move on to the next play.
Who was the one game where they got smoked? Was it the Patriots last year?
Patriots absolutely destroyed us.
Yeah, which
absolutely destroyed us.
Check Bill Belichick's record against rookie QBs. Mm-hmm. It's like he's done that to endless line, except for like Colin Kaepernick or whatever it is. Like, it didn't matter who it was.
And I did a film study, and I'm surprised more defensive coordinators didn't notice it, or maybe they just didn't have the personnel to combat it. But I noticed immediately, anytime that Herbert was surprised by a blitz, that's when he messed up. And the good and the great quarterbacks in the league, when they're surprised by a blitz, they just find a way to limit the damage. Either take a short sack, throw it away, roll out and throw it away, whatever you got to do. But for some reason last year when Herbert faced that surprise out of nowhere, there's a guy about to hit me, he just launches it. Or he would trying to evade it and lose yards and stuff like that. That's when he really struggled. And Bill Belichick came out and just every play, it seemed like, sent this crazy blitz at him.
Yeah, I think, what was that game? 35-0?
45,
45? Yeah.
45. I made a TikTok, and it was just like I was acting out as the Patriots, and I was like just punching at the ground. And then I switched positions, and I was on the ground like this in the Chargers jersey. That's how bad it was. They wouldn't stop, man. And the craziest part is it was a lot of special teams. They had two punt returns for touchdowns, and another one that was returned like to the 10-yard line. And Gunnar Olszewski, I'll never forget his name now, went off in that game. And he never did anything else the rest of the year. All the Patriots fans got excited about him. Next Wes Welker is still yet to have done anything since then. Damn, Belcher has been president of the Rose Bowl selection community. I'm not sure who Belcher is.
Yeah, I'm not sure who this is that he's referring to.
Dan Fouts.
I see. Yeah, so he's in here talking college football politics.
I'm trying to keep up, Teddy. I think your college football knowledge is just above mine by quite a bit, is what it seems like.
Me too. And Lance just showed off the legs.
That's what we're talking about this whole game, pretty much. We're in that sweet number 50. Who's the first Chargers player that comes into mind when you see 50? There's only one answer. Manti Te'o. Manti Te'o.
I was like really racking my brain. I'm like, nobody? Like,
Hasty. That play that ended the drive, Chase Daniel didn't really make a good throw, but he didn't make a bad throw either. KJ Hill just stopped running. He just stopped running the route. He just stopped, and it just went straight at 49ers defenders instead of him having a chance to catch it. Well, Ronaldo Hill, his job is to hold Staley's clipboard as defensive coordinator.
Yeah, we already talked about Hill when we were there. Like, if he's on the team, fine, right? But
kick return.
We hope that he's never really lining up a wide receiver in a game that matters. You know, like if he's there for kick returns, as long as he's reliable and catches them and he's not going to muff them, I'm fine with it. But I wouldn't be excited and be like, oh, he's got that explosive burst where he's just going to stick his foot in the ground and then be gone. I would never expect that.
What are you talking about, Felke? What quarter is it right now? Quarter 3. He's telling me to show what quarter it is.
It says right there at the bottom.
Q3. The Chargers use Oregon QBs to make Pitt mad, to make Pittsburgh mad. University of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh Steelers, the city of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh Pirates, Pittsburgh Penguins. They're all mad. Oh, that's Travis Benjamin. He used to be a Charger. We had fun with him for a couple of years.
Travis Benjamin was one of those guys that like seemed like he was going to pop a few times. Like he was really going to be like
in
a
Cleveland,
decent wide receiver.
Oh, you got to get that, Campbell. Come on, man. We're hyping you up. That was holding for sure. I saw it when it happened. Yeah, Travis Benjamin in Cleveland was electric. He came to us. He still was good. But in Cleveland, I think he even had a 1,000-yard season there with someone bad at quarterback. I don't even remember who it was. Josh Gordon couldn't stay on the field. Travis Benjamin was their star receiver.
Maybe Derek Anderson. Maybe McCown.
I think it was McCown. That's pretty clear holding, my guy. Can't do that. Damn, that's an easy interception. That's why I play DB and not wide receiver hands right there.
Yeah, Campbell had a couple of those plays when we were watching the live scrimmage too, where he had chances to pick off was
Stick or Daniel.
Yeah, I think it was Daniels. But one thing I was going to say was like how different it is when your team has a quarterback to be excited about. How much different you play. Like we saw it with the Chiefs and Mahomes. We see it like even the Chargers played last year. Once Herbert was in there and they were like, "Oh, this kid's for real." You can see the extra little bounce that a team gets and the excitement when Lance makes a play with his legs, right? All of a sudden people have a little bit of bounce in their step even just before the ball's hiked.
Yeah, and even like in that first game, there's a bunch of sound bites of Chargers players reacting to what Justin Herbert was doing before their very eyes. Oh, you got to make a big hit. You came down flying. That's a kill shot. Is that Richie James? Who's number 13 for the Niners?
I'm not really sure.
That's good for Niners fans there to see Trey Lance rolling opposite of his strength side.
Is this a catch, though?
I don't know. It looked like it almost was a fumble. This is why you always pick up the ball when it's rolling. Yeah, he took 2 steps. Nah, he's just down. The ground can't force the fumble.
Yeah, I get that. But, like, maybe a little bit of wiggle?
It's too late now. Hasty Nasty's got the ball now.
I forgot that I even made prize picks for this. You just reminded me of that
one.
Oh,
yeah, I forgot to make some today.
Yeah.
Where's the spelling mistake at? FLK. As Levi? I'm not sure what Teddy's talking about.
He's talking about the stadium, Paul Brown Stadium. Looks as nice as Levi. Stadium. Like, isn't Levi the new Niners stadium? Right?
Yeah,
Levi Stadium is like
the new one. And went to Levi.
I think Paul Brown Stadium isn't it the one everybody makes fun of for the Bengals or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Or
I think so.
They're always like showing the weight room quality, and it looks like a high school gym or whatever.
The road to the Super Bowl goes through San Francisco? I don't think so, Teddy.
No.
I don't think they're going to have home field advantage. I don't think there's any chance they do.
I think it would be fun to try and...
My dog is really excited for Chargers football.
Yes, he is. To bring on some more NFC West people when we do that one, right? Because that division... I would like to hear NFC West people argue about what's going to happen in that division, because the way I have it, I don't think people are going to really enjoy my take on the 49ers, Cardinals, and Seahawks, because I got the Rams at the top there.
Yeah, I do too. But I think I have it close. I have the Rams at 12-5. I have the 49ers.
We got the show coming.
Well, I mean, it's on my Instagram page. You guys can go check it out.
Never mind.
I think I got the 49ers with 10 wins, and I think I got the Seahawks with 10 wins. There's Travis Benjamin. And he bows. He's like, "Hey, guys, miss me?"
Are we sure this is Travis Benjamin?
100%.
This has to be younger. This has to be Travis Benjamin Jr. Like, I feel like Travis Benjamin, he played with Phillip Rivers while he was still trying to make Pro Bowls. Like,
yeah.
Travis Benjamin is still productive. I don't know. I gotta look it up.
Snake Sports Talk. If you want in here, Jake, let me know. I'll send you the link. Fellow Chargers fan, if you guys want to go check them out, they have Chargers live streams as well during the regular season, especially. Felke said we spelled Chargers wrong with one extra S there. It was more to emphasize. I did that on purpose, Felke. Chargers.
I don't know what Felke's talking about.
He's out of his mind. Felke, you're out of your mind.
I don't know. I'm pissed off about that. You got this, Urs. I'm going to get a beer. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll be back in a minute.
West needs 5 teams. Burr, Seattle wants more Western games. 49ers ain't taking it to nobody. What are you talking about? It's a one-possession game. The Chargers have led the whole game. The 49ers finally just scored a touchdown. Congratulations. 0 wins for the Seahawks? I don't think it's going to be 0. I don't think it's going to be 0. I think the Chargers need some motivation from the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Chargers, go.
That's what we need to do. What's up, guys? If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to drop a sub. It'll help us out so much. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. We reached that 1,000 subscriber goal before football season hit, and that was our goal. So we're going for 2,000 subscribers now. If you guys want to drop down, hit subscription button, little notification bell. If you're a Chargers fan, we're going to be covering the Chargers every weekend, and we're going to have a talk show about the Chargers at least once a week. If you're a fan of any other team, we are covering all of the teams in the NFL with the 10-plus other shows that the WARZONE Sports Network puts on weekly. You will not regret it. You can ask any of these guys in the chat that have been subscribers for a long time. We go full go all the time. And if you subscribe and you're a new subscriber, we'll chant your name on the stream and give you a shout out. Just let us know in the chat. Phil K said it will be Green Bay and Cowboys in the Super Bowl. That's not how that works, Phil K. Those are both NFC teams. They both cannot physically. It is impossible for that to be the Super Bowl. Joe Morley Sports subbed. Let's go, Joe Morley. Joe Morley. Joe Morley sucks at debating. Wow, that plot twisted, didn't it? That plot twisted quick. Let's get the stat sheet in here. I'm going to pull it up. We can look at the stats and see who's doing what. Chargers defense has looked good. We just saw the 49ers put a drive together. Trey Lance hits Travis Benjamin. So let's see how the Chargers respond. I should probably fix the scoreboard too. Unfortunately, it's 15-10 now. Yeah, scores changed, Joe. Hope you're satisfied. Thank you for pointing that out, that we needed to get to that. Here we go. Trey Lance is 8 for 14, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. So I guess he's not been playing as bad as we've been bagging on him. Excuse me, guys. But, yeah, he's not playing as bad as we've been bagging on him. But out of those 6 incomplete passes, some of them were pretty ugly. He's taken 2 sacks. So, I mean, that's not good to see. Jimmy Garoppolo was 3 of 6 for 15 yards and interception. He did not have a good showing in his short amount of time playing. You go over to Easton Stick, who went 10 of 14, 1 touchdown, 0 interception. Solid game for him. We need to see something from Chase Daniel here in this one. That wasn't good. Play just got blown up. Just got blown up by the 49ers there. Roundtree already is about to be the leader for this team in rushing today, and he's only got 13 yards. That's not good to see. We saw the 1 catch from Guyton. Josh Palmer had a touchdown catch. Trey McKitty had 1 catch. Go to the defensive side. Who's leading in tackles right now? Nick Neiman, brother of Ben Neiman, Kansas City Chiefs linebacker. So we'll see how he does. He's a rookie this year. Tyron Johnson's in finally. Fackrell has a tackle for loss, a sack, and two other tackles. Asante Samuel Jr. obviously had the interception.
Mike, can we scroll back up to these stats? The offensive
Yeah, what do you want to see here?
quick? I want to see.
Here's the whole thing.
So I had under on Josh Kelly's 27.5 yards. And then I felt like a bad fan. Just disgusting. Okay.
Well, how do you feel now?
Not going to be a good prize picks. Not gonna be a good scorecard for me. I feel like there's gonna be no love lost cut day.
Cool, I'll be there, Gold Glover. I'll be there.
What did I miss?
Teddy's still going crazy in the chat. We appreciate you, Teddy, for sticking around. Oh, he's talking about when the Chargers were taking it to the Chiefs, that first Herbert game. You want to see any more stats in here, Tony? Ooh, almost bobbled it. All right, we'll close it. It's not Purdy right now, anyways. 3 and out. While you were going to get a drink, 3 and out. Chase Daniel.
Yeah, I got back for the end of it. That's because Chase is a preseason starter. He can't be coming off the bench behind Easton Stick.
Yeah, it probably killed his momentum and everything that was going on.
Yeah.
If you can't tie a game, you shouldn't be in the playoffs. What? Tony, what's your Super Bowl prediction? Hold that in, Tony. Hold that in, Tony. Don't give it to him.
My Super Bowl prediction. I don't understand. Like, when you do I saw people doing Super Bowl predictions in like May. Like, after the teams were drafted, we don't even know what the rosters are. But I could. Right now, I have it narrowed down to like 4 teams in each conference that I could see going to the Super Bowl.
So 8 total teams?
Yeah. But everything's going to be interesting. And obviously, there will be surprises and there will be injuries.
Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing. Injuries. It seems like the good team that can stay the most healthy has the best chance to win it each year.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Bucs defense suffered like no injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were
they were ridiculous in the postseason. Yeah.
I mean, they should have lost to Taylor Heinicke in the first round of the playoffs.
Don't start on that. Don't start on that. Washington fans really sincerely think that they should have won that game when they did not lead at all. Their time in the lead in that game was 0 seconds. They were playing catch up the whole game. Yeah, it finished with a 1 possession final score, but that does not mean that the Washington football team should have won the game. Nuts and bolts, Mac Daddy, what's up? Good to see you in the stream. The Chargers are losing right now, so not good. Not good at all. We don't care that it's preseason. We want to win every game all year. We want to go, 3 preseason games, 17 regular season games, 20-0. That's what we want. And then if we go 20-0, it'll be 3 more playoffs. 23-0. You have Green Bay as one of your teams. Tony is a former Green Bay Packer supporter because of a guy that used to wear number 4 for that team. So kind of.
Green Bay is just one of my teams because they have a lot of talent. Like, you have a top 5 quarterback, you have a top 3 receiver, you have a running back that's in that class, and then they have the Smith boys on defense. And, good people in the secondary. They just have a lot of talent, and it also helps that there's just like inconsistency in their division.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the success that you see with a lot of times when you see these generational great quarterbacks, they play in divisions that just can never seem to get it together. Look at what Brady had in the AFC East for 2 straight decades. The Jets, the Bills, give me a break.
The stars align for him, really.
Oh,
nice. Who is that? Big hit. Rose, you see that hit? They're going to show a replay. I don't even know who that is. This is a practice squad player. That's how you make a name for yourself, young man, here in the 3rd quarter of a preseason game. Bam! And it's picture perfect, too. Shoulder in the chest. Head to the right side. Beautiful.
And then you just get slapped in the face for it. That was one of the things I didn't like about football, and I didn't like about playing hockey, was just always getting smashed on top of the head for doing something good. Never enjoyed that part.
Why am I being punished for getting a nice tackle here with concussions and more blows to the head? That was another good tackle.
Yep.
That is Richie James, so it's clarified. I thought it was him, but I wasn't sure if he wore 13 or like 11, or not 11, because that's Ayuk, or 12, I think was.
We got Nate the Great Sudfeld in here, the guy who took over for Jalen Hurts in that
I know.
Game.
The Eagles just completely let him down.
I won some money on that, so I was fine with it. I had a little 3-game parlay that I needed, and worked out. And Washington made the playoffs.
Jake, I just sent the link to your personal page, the JT Silva page. So that way you know. North versus North. Felke. Then play basketball. They can't even touch you. Oh, there you go. He doesn't want you, so you don't get hit in the head.
Oh, no. I'm talking about after the sub. Like, after you score a goal in hockey and people are just, like, smacking you with a stick or beating you on top of the helmet. It's like, just get off me. I just scored. Why are you attacking?
Why don't we put our hands up? Let's high five.
Or, like, yes.
A calm handshake. Hoove tube. We're doing great. I don't care what you're about to say next. We're doing fine. We got the ball right now. Chase Daniel at center. This game is not over. We're going to win this thing. Look at that. Easton Stick couldn't throw that out route to perfection like that.
No, he wouldn't even.
Champs. Yeah, we're going to be throwing him.
It to a 5-step drop or whatever it was. It would have been an 8.5-step drop and thrown with a left hand.
And Alex, I saw your text message just now, buddy. And all that college football roundup stuff for you is going to be a surprise. So it's going to be good, though. I promise.
Robson.
It's going to be great, actually. Better than good.
There it is.
Bradwell. Looking
running
good.
People over.
Yep. Power.
Walking up to him and just being like, are those little Debbies in your lunchbox? Give me that. Taking it from him.
Joe, I know that you're secretly high on the Chargers when you don't even put us in last place. You just go ahead and say, yeah, you're going to be the third place team. Like, if you're going to talk smack, like, I am going to tell you this right here. The Raiders will finish last place in the AFC West this year. There you go. That's a confident person that says that.
Oh, man. In the Raiders stream last night, they were all just ready to. They love the Raiders. They think the Raiders are going 15-2.
They do. They really do. All right, here is Jake Silva, member of the Jake Sports Talk Network, right?
Spotlight Sports Network, and of course the Snake Sports Talk Show. What's going on, boys?
What's up, man?
Oh man, gotta be repping up for Justin Herbert, man.
Oh, I love that shirt.
I am feeling some big time changes this year, guys. This is gonna be a prove it year this year.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I think really on all fronts, right? Like get a little bit of health, new coaching staff. Like seeing if some of these guys that are elite can be there on like an all-pro level.
Yeah, and you know what, though? What I've really been noticing, we've been seeing some big-time impacts on the corners and safeties so far. I know with preseason and everything, but you're seeing Derwin James be healthy. That has been the number one priority for the Chargers, that they've got to keep him healthy this year. And the other part of it, Asante Samuel was showing up in practice, and then here we go again, just picking off Jimmy G. That was a hell of a pick, and then Tavon Campbell. So it's going to be like next man up type of mentality for the most part, because everybody's got to get involved. But I do feel like a lot of guys are going to make a huge impact in that defense. And I think Brandon Staley is doing an amazing job, and I think he's implementing exactly the same schemes that he was implementing with the Rams.
I was telling Tony earlier that the play calling looks more put together. Like there's a game plan behind it. It's not so just pound the rock, pound the rock, pound the rock. All right, let's throw a 70-yard bomb. That seems like that was the strategy last year. I'm seeing tries be put together. And even if they don't end well because of the penalties, we can clean those up later. At least I'm seeing something that looks like it resembles an NFL offense again.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what the thing of it is because you have to think of what last year brought us, the fact that Anthony Lynn wanted to make conservative play callings because it was short gain, short gain, short gain. If you know you got a shot to throw deep downfield, which Justin Herbert has the arm to do so, make it happen. I mean, that's what kind of this whole pace of play has shifted into. You watch Josh Allen, you watch Patrick Mahomes. These guys aren't scared to throw the deep ball when you need to, just to force the offense to get deep downfield to score points.
And they do it effectively, too. That's the biggest thing, and Herbert can. Football Mania is asking who we think the most impressive rookie QB has been so far in the preseason. I took Mac Jones, and that's just because I feel like the expectation for Mac Jones, he has met for me. Like exactly what I expect him to be. He has become. I've seen some bad plays from Trey Lance. I've seen some bad plays from Justin Fields, as electric as he looks. I've seen some bad plays from the other rookie quarterbacks that got drafted. But Mac Jones has been very efficient and consistent already in his couple games. Who do you guys like the most out of the rookie QBs so far? Jake, you want to go first?
Sure. You know what? I might take a sleeper up on this one, but I feel like the one person I've really been impressed with that I said going into the season is going to have the most pressure on his shoulders has been Zach Wilson. And I mean, a lot of people were very skeptical of him because of just his play style. And really, he's just kind of the guy that's got a grit on his shoulders. And, you know, he's got a beautiful throw. And the question is can he be consistent to where he can make the right precise throws, control the pace of the game, and really just lead the Jets to scoring points. And so I think, honestly, he's going to be my sleeper this year of quarterbacks, which I'm very surprised because I initially would have thought Justin Fields at one point, but I think there's still more that Chicago really needs to adjust before even making that move. Because I said it before, give week 5, week 6, Justin Fields will be out on that field. So who knows what Chicago might end up doing there, but I think Zach Wilson was my take on that.
I like it.
Yeah, I think when I looked at the schedule, I believe Dalton is probably going to start. They have a tough matchup on the road. I think it's the Browns, or so it's a tough defense on the road, something week 3 or 4. I believe that Justin Fields will come in after that. If I'm just looking at the preseason, I kind of got to go your direction too, where it's like I'm looking at Zach Wilson, and maybe it's because I thought that the pick was kind of foolish because I like Justin Fields better. I thought that's what the pick, if I was in that position, would have been Justin Fields. And in that game against Green Bay the other day, he looked really crisp, was making smart decisions. We haven't really gotten to see Justin Fields play with the ones. That's what I would like to see. We're getting to see Zach Wilson play with Corey Davis and Jameson Crowder and the guys that are going to be out there for him in the one spot, you know, and then he's turning Tyler Kroft into a fantasy darling. So I would say Zach Wilson has been the most impressive to me. Those 2 drives yesterday looked great. And I like to see Justin Fields using his ability and showing it off. We saw a little bit of what Trey Lance can do today in this game, unfortunately. But it's been every game we've seen Justin Fields using his legs, getting 60 yards in a couple of quarters rushing. Imagine what he could be doing, moving that offense. And the Bears have never had a quarterback throw for 4,000 yards. So, come on. Get your stuff together, Chicago.
I'm with it. Alex Robson's excited for the Zach Wilson love here. Corey Davis has looked really good too, Alex. So you got some up and up on offense right now.
Everybody just let Corey Davis fall to me in the 8th or 9th round. I won't have any problems. Son of a...
That was terrible. That was a terrible throw.
Oh, man.
And we got a big boy. Oh, man, that's a pick 6. There's a flag.
Making mistakes like that.
There's a flag. Lance, he did today looking good. Yeah, especially in the second half. He looked a lot better than he did in the first half. He looked a little rattled in the first half.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. So, like, outside of talking Charger football, like, you got to admit, if you watched SummerSlam last night, dude, was Edge's intro not the most kick-ass intro, like, against Seth Rollins? I was there. I was hyped. I was like, man, it was awesome, dude. I was like, wow.
I actually haven't seen it yet.
Great showing.
I haven't seen it yet, so I'll have to go check it out right after this.
Oh, you got to, dude. It's like they brought back the old school of the Attitude Era and then just brought it into SummerSlam, dude. It was awesome.
Wait until Elijah Moore gets back.
And of course, your boy was inside literally the giant Roomba, and you see everywhere there's all sorts of messes of silver and lack in that stadium. But I have to say, it was nice though, dude. It was super open. Really, really nice showing for SummerSlam. I was impressed, but hey, we all know who owns Allegiant Stadium, right?
Yeah.
Only by an inch. We all know who owns it.
Sorry, but it didn't. No, not even close. Not even close.
those two, I don't watch wrestling, know anything about the current state of wrestling, but those two things were both all over my Twitter timeline last night.
Yep.
Yeah.
If the Rock would have came out, Alex, it might have been close. It might have been close to the CM Punk return, Lesnar. But Lesnar is still exciting. It's just we've seen it before. This is a rerun of Roman Reigns push 1.0.
Yeah. Even I didn't expect Brock Lesnar to show up at the end of that. I was like, you got to be kidding.
Delay game. We've seen 2 delay games here in the second half from both the Chargers and the 49ers. So you're starting to see the second stringers mistakes happen. Chase Daniel, man, that's just bad. Maybe the receiver ran the wrong route trying to defend him, but that was just awful.
No, he didn't want to take the hit, and he was like backpedaling as he threw the ball to a receiver on a broken route. It was just not a smart decision. Not what you want to see from the veteran that we both were at least like some excitement, right?
Yeah.
For Chase Daniel, as to where it's like Easton Stick looks confused and a little scared and stuff like that, even when he's playing with like whatever this quote unquote first team is out there right now.
Yeah.
Even though it's not the real first team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jake's having some internet issues, connection issues. We're getting a lot of feedback. But here's a football mania. Weird question, but how do y'all watch your NFL games? I watch NFL Red Zone. We got the ball? Do we got the ball?
Yep.
Let's go.
Fumble.
We don't have like the turnover one yet, but we're going to just – is it technically a pick? Fumble?
Yep, let's do it. Play it anyway.
That's intercepted and intercepted.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, Jay's completely frozen down there, so hopefully he can get back in here at some point. But yeah, I watch Red Zone in the morning, and then for the Charger game, I have YouTube TV, and it's usually airing.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't know. I watch and I have cable. It's still piped in, spectrum wise. I don't know how to answer the question.
Yeah, Alex, and they timed it up perfect to do it in Chicago. I mean that couldn't have been better. Couldn't have been better. Better.
Okay, I think he's reconnected.
Guys, come on. He's just
Come on,
like,
boy.
who's that
Come on,
over
boy.
there? I know. It's like,
He's off in a different world now.
Okay, so now you get the turnover right here. It was a bad interception. We saw that from Chase Daniels. But when I see a veteran, I'm expecting him to come back now, not be rattled at all, and put together a drive.
He looked pissed on the sideline right after, so we'll see. We'll see how he responds.
Well, yeah, especially if KJ Hill was supposed to be running a different route. You know, like that's the thing with a lot of times that I don't take into account when I see stuff. Like maybe that he audibled, he noticed some sort of blitz, or KJ Hill was maybe supposed to be on a hot route or something like that. Like he was supposed to be his like release in case that pressure did come, or he knew the pressure was coming and he was just out of position or whatever.
Do you think Drew Lock will improve at all? And if so, will the Broncos make the playoffs? I don't think the Broncos make the playoffs this year. What I've seen from Drew Lock so far in the preseason has been promising, but his thing has always been with me, and the biggest issue I have with him is that he has random games where he just looks really good. So I'm definitely not ready to go ahead and claim that Drew Lock's going to be super improved from before just because he had one good preseason game. My over is probably toast. Yeah, it's looking like it. Although, if the 49ers score, it'll be at 31 points. So, and then you're looking good again. But we don't want that.
No, the Chargers. We just got the ball back on a
Oh, there we go. If the Chargers score, it'll be 31 points. So we do want that.
The Drew Lock thing, like he didn't look as good with the second team as Teddy Bridgewater looked with the second team, right? And he looked impressive the week before, but then again, it's like who was he playing? Minnesota's, practice squad backups, guys that are being cut or whatever in that game. And he was still playing with Jerry Jeudy and Hamler, and like Fant was out there. So I do believe that they're going to let Locke start the season, and I think that defense can help him win some games, sort of a la Tua situation, in Miami. And I think Locke can play. And I think the good news for us also, I'm doing a lot of thinking here, is that they do start Locke and they don't start the consistent Bridgewater.
Yeah, I know. It's good for us.
Good for us, I think.
I think it's to start Locke is a win-win scenario for the Broncos.
Nice hands, Bradwell.
Bradwell is trying to make this roster. And not only does he have nice hands, he doesn't just go out of bounds. He's like, I need to get 3 yards. We need to make this a positive play.
Mike, Kelly wouldn't make my flag football team. Bradwell and Roundtree? Are you kidding me?
Anyways, as I was saying, I feel like if you throw Drew Lock out there, he struggled in the beginning of the season, and you just bring Teddy in, you're going to have similar results as if you just go with Teddy the entire season. You're going to have a similar record when it's all said and done. But maybe you get the chance that Drew Lock is good, Broncos fans, or is at least decent, and now there's a little bit more upside there than you have with Teddy. You know what you're going to get with Teddy. What is he doing? Why is he running back 20 yards? What is he? Is he a 10-year vet? Chris Brady, come back anytime. Check out our other shows. Check out the rest of the network. We have all kinds of content. It's not just Chargers. Thank you for tuning in, man. We appreciate you. But, man, I'm pissed about the Chase Daniel thing. You are an experienced quarterback in this league. You know you can't be doing that. When the blitz, you felt the blitz immediately. So you know that a blitz that just came.
There was also no pocket for him to step up into.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like a health decision almost.
Oh, my gosh. Bradwell. Only 3 yards, but it's just good to see him fighting so hard for those 3 yards.
Yeah.
Send out the punters. Tylon, boot one. Let's get some good special teams play in because that's something that we need to see. Chase Daniel looks pissed.
He is. I think he knows that this is a good opportunity to be on a good football team, like to play with the ones. Like if he did have to come in, and you get to play with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and a veteran tight end like Jared Cook, and you have Austin Eckler in the backfield, like who wouldn't want to be a backup on this team where your option is to come in and play with a bunch of guys who either have Pro Bowl potential or will be Pro Bowlers this year.
Yeah.
Like that's the roster you want to be a backup on if you're going to be a backup in the special teams, though. Again, this is the kind of stuff you were talking about last week where it's like they've given up a couple of these big returns.
Yeah, I think the Chargers should seriously consider in preseason game 3 putting out the starting punt team because we need to get some reps and we need to cover our lanes because we've seen big returns now in both preseason games, multiple of them.
Multiple, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the part that I don't love at all.
And week 1 versus the Washington football team, who's going to be returning? Curtis Samuel or somebody? Like, it's not going to be some no-name third-string wide receiver Richie James. Yeah. That I only know his name because of Madden, Yeah,
I only know his name because they had an endless line of injuries last
year. Yeah, somehow gets in.
Yeah.
Becomes a fantasy waiver flyer or something crazy.
Exactly. This is the pat since that one play down the sidelines that Trey Lance had to Sherfield or whatever, it's been a lot of bad news.
The defense has forced 3 turnovers in this game.
Yeah.
Like the offense needs to get it together and they need to put something together, at least get field goal opportunities so we can continue to evaluate our kickers at the minimum.
But he's not even looking at anybody else. He's only looking to Ty Johnson.
Yeah.
That's the only he tried to throw, maybe target KJ Hill on that play, or he's just getting the ball out to the backs. I have no idea what string offensive line this is. I don't know. This is why I don't know. I don't know if I can do this, Mike. I don't know if I can.
Tony, you can do it. Stay strong. We are encouraging passion on here, all right? Just don't smash anything over your head or something out of anger. That's all I ask.
I know. I'm talking about the language, the
I don't know why Joe keeps coming back. We don't got a PG PG era here on the Warzone Sports Network. We can curse a little bit of
yes.
I'll bleep it out. Or maybe if I think that you're about to curse, I'll play something, like a video. It just starts. Like all of a sudden it's gonna be like this. We're gonna throw a pick, or Herbert's gonna get sacked or strip sacked, and it's gonna be like, mother.
That's perfect.
Joe keeps
need
coming
to-
back here like the Raiders dominated last night or something. The Raiders didn't only win because they went for 2 at the end of the game like that. Joe, there's a lot of game left to be played. The Chargers are winning this. That's it. Unless you're going to be positive in the chat, stay out the chat, Joe Morley. I'm just kidding, Joe. You know, I was going to say that I was going to say, Joe, that I like you, but I don't. That'll be a lie. Here we go. Sudfield.
Get him.
Lots of time for Sudfield. Smart move. I felt so bad for Sudfield in that Eagles game last year. Man, Rose, look at the stadium. It looks like a spaceship.
It does. It
I
looks
was
like
I was
something.
blown away. I was blown away when I first looked at it. I was like, holy smokes. And when we walked in, like it was something out of a movie, walking up to the field, looking down at it.
That's the cool thing too, is the underground. Like
Yeah.
how when you walk in at the main level, you're already above, and you can
Yep.
you can see everything. Your eye
You-
level
you
with the
just gap.
jumbotron that wraps around.
What do they call it? The Oculus? I think they call it the Oculus or something.
Yeah, this stuff. Oculus might be the sponsor. I think Oculus feels like that thing that.
Well, that's
that
the VR
NBA
headset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just that. I was just thinking about this. Like, it's weird because I was watching number 66 on the Chargers, and I don't know what his name is. But him and Joey Bosa both pull powder blue jerseys over their shoulder pads. They both play football. They don't even seem like the same species of human being, like the same anything. It's like, you guys both play football? No. Joey Bosa plays something completely different. It's just complete domination.
Yeah.
To where
Joey
you're-
Bosa is actually a lumberjack.
Yes.
That's
He's
his
just a-
profession.
It's a killer.
Oh man, have you seen the highlights from Joey Bosa versus the Bills last year?
I've watched it.
He was actually mic'd up for it too. He went off. He went monster mode in that game. It was ridiculous. I was kind of scared. I was like, is he on something? Because this is insane. This is insane. There was that one series where they were on the goal line about to score, and he just absolutely just wrecked Josh Allen for a sack to a point where Josh Allen had to come out for a play. So in comes Matt Barkley walking onto the field, and Bosa had just apologized for hitting Allen so hard, and then he hit Barkley on the next play harder.
Man, I just, how great would it be to have health?
I know. He's a 16 sack guy if he plays all 17 games. 15 sack guy, but instead he has to settle for, that 10 to 12 range just because he can't stay on the field.
And
He had 3.5 sacks in that game. One game that he was healthy for.
but let's just, maybe that number could be increased, right?
Mhm.
Like in this system, Brandon Staley comes in and it really focuses on the optimal way to put pressure on a quarterback, because it's something that it felt like there should have been more. And maybe I was still living off of the Melvin Ingram name when I was watching when he was out there. Like I had remembered kind of who he was.
Yeah.
And I was watching the games last year, and I was like, they don't seem to get a ton of pressure on the quarterback, right? They don't seem to force a lot of turnovers. There's not whatever. And of course, Derwin's out.
Yeah, Darwin's a good pass rusher too.
Who's the corner that was injured last year?
Casey Hayward was in and out all year.
Yeah, there we go.
Have
Where's
fun with
Hayward at this year?
Las Vegas. He's gonna have a great time. It is good for them to get a veteran in the locker room with the youth that they have in that secondary. But Casey Hayward's days of being a CB1 have been gone since around 2017, 2018. There was one year in there, I think it was 16, the first year we had him, that he led the league in interceptions, and it was absolutely amazing. To a point where I got his jersey. He came from Green Bay. Dang, man. I will say this. There is like these little spots. That's Neiman. That's the Neiman brother. His brother is a starting linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl champion, Ben Neiman. This is Nick Neiman. Outside shot to make the roster as a depth guy. It's kind of crazy. I actually served with a guy that's like best friends with Nick Neiman. Went to high school with him.
Okay.
So little connection to him.
Little
Friend of a friend connection there.
You have a friend of the friend connection to BB too, like
Chad Beebe? Yeah, I do.
yeah. So, but what I'm saying is like the friend of the friend connections never end up being Lamar Jackson. Like
Mm-hmm.
Neiman and BB.
Painful. Yeah. Well,
Drew. So Drew's cousin, who's a Chargers fan, my brother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
His nephew was the 5th round linebacker selected by the Rams, and his aunt called him to, hey, your nephew just got drafted. He's like, oh, cool, I'm working. Where did he get drafted? And he's like, the Rams. He goes, he's dead to me. And he hung up the phone. He had to call her back and be like, yeah, I'm joking, congratulations, but I won't cheer for him. She's like, well, he's gonna be out there, and he's like, I don't care.
Oh man, that's funny. Here we go. We are down by 5 points, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this isn't over, even though our offense has done nothing for this entire half of football. Man. We need to figure something else out. We were talking all that smack about Easton Stick. Not that Chase Daniel's done anything wrong. It's just nothing's open. The running lanes are all closed. The passing lanes are all closed. There hasn't been a clean play since the second quarter.
Yeah, it's also just going to look so much different when Herbert can be there and he can audible, and there's going to just be more complexity, and it'll be completely different. I really was hoping more like they would at least allow Roundtree to get to the line of scrimmage, like maybe let him try and run some people over. But when he's shaking off the first tackler a yard behind the line of scrimmage,
Gold Glover, thanks for tuning in this whole time, man. I appreciate you. Again, head over to the YouTube channel. Highly recommended, but definitely follow us on Twitch. Twitch TV. You're going to see a lot more Twitch action now that we're in the season.
I will go follow on Twitch, too, as soon as this is over.
You can ask Phil K about them NBA streams. It's going to be that times a million. Thank you, Gold Glover. Appreciate you. Here we go. Empty set. He got it, right? Yeah, he did. Yep. All right, there we go. That was the first professional-looking play of the half.
And KJ Hill,
this is his time.
They're a little fighting for it. Good for him.
Yeah, he did. This is his time to shine. Randy Pepperton, Joe Morley isn't invited to these kind of things.
No, he's not.
Joe, if you want to join, you can, though. Just letting you know. I do miss your beautiful blue eyes.
I didn't jump on the Raiders.
I did.
Defecate on that broadcast.
I did, but I did it out of dedication for Joe because he did 2 hours and 55 minutes alone on that stream. It was very impressive. So I hopped in there at the end, and I even gave him a little bit of real Raiders talk, where I gave some real opinions, not just I hate the Raiders and they suck. I gave him a little bit more than that.
Well, if you kept it real like you did during our AFC West.
That was real. No, that was not me doing any kind of hate or anything. I was giving honest opinions there.
Darren Waller is the only one on this entire roster that could start.
Is it true?
That could dress. It was just so brutally honest. And I was
it was true, though.
I didn't disagree with you. I didn't.
Okay, you got to reset the play clock, Mr. Referee.
Push.
Oh, they didn't stop the play. We're still going here. I thought that was Prohl. It's not.
No.
Little running back. Little 5th running back. Practice squad running back. It'd be so fun to be a guy that's just playing the game right now here in the 4th quarter.
Absolutely.
You're not making no rosters. You're wearing the uniform. You're just out here playing for fun pretty much.
This would be my life highlight tape.
It would be. It would be. And like we were talking about before, I think me and you were talking about it. These guys, these 5th stringers, are still in a top 0.01% of football players in the world. And we're just here. We're just here to criticize them and bitch about them.
I only criticize about the ones that I think are going to ruin not guys like Bradwell, who I want in the roster.
Yeah, that was a good run.
But that little number 36, who knows? Maybe he's the next Danny Woodhead. He might stick around in the practice squad, catch a lucky break, all of a sudden get elevated and make a couple plays on Sunday or something.
D Wood.
The thing that is great about, I love Josh Palmer. And maybe part of the reason that I love him is because I believe that we have a quarterback who's a future MVP. And if you have talent, it accelerates that person's abilities and their talents.
That ain't Hayden Hurst, but it is someone's Hurst. Nice catch.
It is a great.
Oh, I don't know
He
if he had
did.
it. Did
Keep
he?
it moving. No need to challenge that.
They're running the hurry-up offense now. This up tempo has really helped. Austin Gore Sr., welcome to the channel, man. Please drop a sub if you're new. We're going to be covering the Chargers all year. Said he loves seeing the new identity displayed on the defensive side of the ball, and I completely agree with that. I feel like they're flying around, even all the way down the depth chart to now. They're flying around and making big hits, making big plays on the ball. And even though there's been a few mistakes here and there, especially in the penalty department, it definitely has a different feel than in previous years. A little bit more electric, a little bit more
That's a catch.
passion in there. It looks like the toes were down as the ball is possessed.
Yes. 36 and 80 just made the kind of plays that will play at their funeral. That'll be like, on a big Jumbotron. Come on, Chase. Don't do something stupid. There you go. Denver played every Super Bowl in San Francisco. That's an interesting fact.
Thank you, Teddy, for that. I didn't know that. I'm trying to think I think that's true. I don't know. I can't remember where the Broncos-Seahawks game was played.
Yeah, I don't remember that either. They played in a lot of Super Bowls back-to-back.
Yeah, with Elway.
Like, they played not a lot of but they played in like 3 Super Bowls with Elway in a row, and then they played in back-to-back Super Bowls. I don't remember both of them being there. Like,
I'm confused. Yeah, I don't think back-to-back Super Bowls. And then he says here they lost every Super Bowl in San Diego.
Played every Super Bowl in San Francisco. I don't think that's right. They lost every Super Bowl in San Diego. Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
I don't know what's going on
because I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know what's going on. We're punting again, though. That's what's terrible. And there's only 4 minutes left in this game.
No time like the present to break out a fake punt. Hit Roundtree on a little.
Oh, yeah, this will be the moment. Nope. We'll see a good punt. Decent. We'll take it. 15-yard line. We just got to get a 3 and out here. Austin Gore Sr., what do you think is going to happen here, man? We're going to get the 3 and out. We're going to get the ball back, and Chase Daniel is going to lead us on a game-winning touchdown drive with 2 minutes left in this game.
What's wrong?
I believe in it.
Fumble. First play. Big hit.
I love it. I love it. I love that idea. And we get to play our little animation one more time. Here we go. Defense. Defense.
I got to send you the for the field goal one. I got to send you the pieces that I clipped in underneath, and then you have to make a cool one for.
It looked good.
It doesn't look good.
It did.
It doesn't look like yours.
Oh, we want to match themes here? I feel
No,
like
it doesn't have to match themes. I want it to be good like yours, is what
how
I'm saying.
about just send me it without the text, and I'll just put like the
like a cooler font in there.
like that interception text at the bottom. You know what I mean? I'll put something like that. This touchdown one, the touchdown one was like a green screen I found on YouTube. I didn't even create that. Oh yeah, all the games are going to take over 3 hours, man. All right, penalty started off, so I feel good about us getting the ball back now.
I literally spent 50 minutes looking for a field goal, like a badge, I was looking for anything positive. I went all the way back to like Nate Kading. Like they just didn't put it on the internet.
You're having a hard time finding
There's
it.
nothing positive about the Chargers kicking game that I could find
In
on
the
the internet.
Chargers franchise history too. That's the saddest part.
Yeah, the first 10 videos you see are all Anthony Lynn with like a sad face. It's just like, this is I can't even
His
watch
sad
this
beard.
anymore. Yeah. You gotta be shitting me.
Damn, he just gashed us. Right up the middle, too. There's 3 minutes left in this game. The middle cannot... Oh, there's a flag. Okay. The middle cannot be that open. Is it offsides?
No, I think it was in the. I think it's going to be on us for holding. Oh shit!
Tell him, ref. Good call.
Community chest right there.
Good call. What's up, guys? If you're just joining, we are watching the Chargers and San Francisco 49ers. It's coming down to the wire. 15-10, 49ers lead. 49ers got the ball with a second and long coming up, I believe. So we're watching it, and the Chargers hopefully are going to come away with this victory. If you want to drop the subscription button, even if you're not a Chargers fan, we cover all sports all the time on the Warzone Sports Network. You can go and look at our feed right now and probably find 15 videos in the past 7 days. I guarantee it.
Yep, and let us know who your favorite team is. We had
Exactly.
Packer fans in here earlier.
Some Raiders fans been around.
Niner fans.
Niner fans.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man.
Oh, that's a big one. If we get that pick, it's over. Damn.
Oh.
It's all right. We just got to stay focused here. They're going to run a little draw or something. Do not let them gash you again. If they're going to run a little draw or a little screen, maybe throw them quick to the outside to their best tackle breaking receiver. Unless they're just like, screw it, let's let Sudfield try and convert this 3rd and 17 on our own goal line, which wouldn't be the move, I don't think.
Well, the
running back just motioned out. Yep.
Yeah.
This still could be a little screen. Let's see. Yep, there it is.
Oh.
Make the tackle. There you go. Way to hold him up by the dreads. What the heck? He got way too many yards. That's what you get. Nasty Hasty for having dreads.
He just got yanked down, Al Harris style. All right. Missouri Tiger, great.
Put it together right now.
Tell you a little story about a man named Chase Daniels. Has a little something called grit, determination.
Exactly. We're going to show it right now.
Preseason legend, Chase Daniels.
They came out like they were going to go for it, and then they ran the punt team out there. I hope that doesn't lead to a catastrophic Chargers mistake here, because we're not too good on special teams typically. It's a nice little sneaky move. It's something that Bill Belichick would do. Make the team think you're going for it and make them make the sub at the last second. There we go. No penalties. All right, cool. Woo! Filled it cleanly.
I like this kid.
He ain't scared. What's his name? Barry?
36.
Yeah, he caught one earlier, right? He was the guy you're talking about. Bandy.
He's got a great name, too.
He does.
Bandy?
He does. All right, this is it. Game on the line. Player of the game.
He's minimum.
They gave Ethan Stick the player of the game.
No, they're not, are they?
Yep.
Look at it. He almost got sacked 3 times.
Well, here we go. Game's on the line. Rose, are you excited? I'm excited.
Give player of the game to, like, Sante Samuel or something.
I think it should have gone to Fackrell.
Yeah, Fackrell did have a couple of nice plays in this game.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Whew.
Just throw that thing up.
Had a real quick Malcolm Floyd flashback there for a second.
Right, he's wearing 80 too.
Flashing down the sideline like that. I was like, get him, Rivers!
Philip Rivers a little bit taller than Chase Daniel, but close.
Floyd would have stopped. He would have mossed them right here, cut back, been tackled.
Floyd would have scored a touchdown on that play. That was his bread and butter with those jump balls. The thing is, I think Mike Williams has the potential to be better. Just got to stay healthy.
Yes. Oof.
Nice throw and dropped. That's pain right there. That's pain because that's T. Billy. He's a guy that played a lot last year. He should be the player that stands out right now on the field.
He's not playing a lot this year.
He's probably not. No, I think that Palmer kid's moving up the depth chart quick. Okay, that might be a little far. This guy had like 500 yards last year as like a fifth receiver.
Doesn't matter. Kelly, Hill, Johnson.
Get him out.
Thanks for coming. Oh, Sweet Feet Daniels on the run.
The Mizzou legend. Oh. We're rolling. We're going for it, right?
Oh, we better.
4th and what, 5, 6?
Couple
Still 3
minutes to
timeouts.
play.
But defense is playing good. Even if you give up a field goal, you're still only down by a possession. You got lucky there. That was a block in the back. We'll take it though.
I mean,
Like how Chase Daniels just said, I can't go any further. Dick Vitale's like, Chase Daniels.
You gotta be kidding me.
They're punting.
Staley.
Even Daniels pissed.
No kidding. This is his Frank Reich. This is his, Chad Henne. This is where these guys make they carve their legacy on these moments in the preseason.
Well, now we gotta get another stop. Dick, welcome to the stream. I think that's the first time I've seen your name, man. Make sure to drop subscribe, turn on notifications. If you're new, please do it real quick, guys. We really appreciate it. The Raiders fans generated, I think, 9 subscribers last night, so we gotta generate more. That's just a competition that I have with them.
I didn't know. I didn't know there was that kind of competition. I would have created some burners, some powder blue burners.
It's competition in my own head, Tony. No one else knows about it.
Okay.
I'm like Michael Jordan. I make shit up just to motivate myself.
Laughing at Chase Daniels like that. Come on, man. Look at that out there. Showing off his.
You look good on the move.
I know. Look like a young Michael Vick.
Exactly.
Number 7, sleek, a little cutback, pointing downfield, doing one of these things when he knew he didn't have the arm strength to get it 50 yards downfield. He's like, keep running, bro.
He made all those moves in the backfield and trying to get out the pocket. And then once he gets upfield, he's like, oh, no, I just need to lay down.
I wonder, in a preseason game, I wonder why he kicked the ball. Like, what's the motivation? Are you trying to get your defense out here to find out if you can get another 3 and out? Like, you're going to use your timeouts, you're going through the motions? Like, even if this was a regular season game and you were at midfield and you had Justin Herbert on a 4th and 6 and you punted the ball, I would lose my shit on this stream right now. I would go insane if you didn't trust Herbert.
Yeah, and you got to think about the situation also. So let's say worst case scenario, you don't get the 4th and 6. Now they got the ball on the 35-yard line. Well, guess what? 1 first down ends the game no matter where you are on the field. And if you do stop them and they kick a field goal, it's still 1 possession. So regardless, you're in a 1-possession game, whether you go for it or don't go for it with a little bit under 2 minutes left when you get the ball back. So why not give it a shot?
Yeah.
Why not give it a shot?
And everybody knows you don't want to put the ball back in Nate Sudfeld's hands with 2 minutes to go. It's just not smart football.
You might as well just count it up right then and there.
The man's a Philadelphia legend.
Didn't they learn when Green Bay gave Brady the ball? Didn't they learn when they saw Brady get the ball? Sudfeld's on his level.
Come on, Staley. You still got 3 timeouts. Wasn't Chase Daniels already a backup here? Wasn't he? Or no, he was a backup for Breeze for the Saints?
Yes. He won a Super Bowl.
Okay. I remember he was a backup for Breeze somewhere.
No, it wasn't. He's not that old, Tony.
It's pretty close.
Breeze left the Chargers in like 2005 or something. 2004. That would be 16, 17-year guy. I think Daniel's a 10-year guy, isn't he?
No. I have no way of looking this up. I have a computer and a phone. I have no way of finding this information. But I'll say this. I'm going to guess. I think Chase Daniel is probably on about year 13, maybe originally drafted by like the Chiefs. And Drew Brees left them in whatever year Katrina was. So 2006, 2007?
He wasn't drafted. He was signed in 2009, but he didn't make a roster until 2010. So 2009, 2010.
2009, 2010. So that's 11 years. I said 13. And what team was it that he was first on?
Well, he got signed with Washington undrafted, but didn't play the whole season there. He was just an off-season practice squad member,
What
and
was
then
the
he went
first
to
jersey he wore?
then he went to the New Orleans Saints for 3 years with them and won the Super Bowl his rookie year. So from there, he was like, all right, now I'm all about the Benjamins. Give me all the money.
Give me all of that backup cheddar that I can handle.
He's the richest backup quarterback in the history of the NFL, I think.
That's a good stat.
Yeah, I think he is. I'm not 100% on it, but I remember reading something. Maybe it's not the history of the NFL. It might be currently active in the NFL. I don't know, but he's one of the richest backup quarterbacks ever to lace him.
Maybe he's the richest backup to never have started a game because Chad Henne made some good money with the Jaguars, I think. So when he's the backup, Blake Bortles has signed some contracts. He's a backup. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like somebody who's
I think it means true backup, career backup type guys. Even McCown, I guess, started at one point.
My all-time favorite backup ever is Doug Peterson. Will be forever. I wrote a paper about my dream job in high school was to be Doug Peterson.
Mine, clipboard Jesus, Charlie Whitehurst.
Oh, good. Good call. Wasn't Seattle that gave him some cash?
He went to Seattle. I think he spent some time in New Orleans also, but he was Rivers' backup for a long time.
Yeah.
And he was awesome. Anytime he got in the preseason, he was fun to watch. Let's see here. Felke is still here. Draymond is acting like he is retired.
From what?
From what? What did Draymond do?
He's not retiring. Clay's coming back. They're gonna keep the band together for at least a couple of years.
They might even get somebody. Maybe not a huge name, but they may go make a move. I guess Stick was 10 of 14. I didn't even realize he had that high of a completion percentage. The game on the line here. Well, not really. We got 2 timeouts, but we got to get a stop here. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, but also too, like at one point, Trey Lance was 1 for 6 with an interception and like 9 yards, and then finished the game with 2 touchdown drives.
Yeah.
Like finished his day with 2 touchdowns. So like
the Benjamin one was a pretty impressive play. Good throw, something that he should have made. It was wide open. He didn't make a mistake, so I'll give him that. He recovered from the beginning.
Yeah, but I guess what my point is like, even though the numbers say one thing or the other, I still would say that Trey Lance made more impressive plays throughout the game that I can remember than Easton Stick did. Even the touchdown pass that he threw was almost by accident. Like, watch it. He almost runs into the sack, and he had a guy in the back of the end zone open for multiple seconds.
I agree with that.
And were we ever able to look up and make sure that this is the same Travis Benjamin?
It is the same Travis Benjamin, Tony. It is the same Travis Benjamin. He was on the Niners last year. He just was hurt. Felke, did you see the interview? Yeah, I saw the interview, but I didn't see when he was talking trash about the front office. I saw they were talking about KD's split with the Warriors and what it had to do with. KD was basically just saying, like, I wanted to move on. I didn't feel like I was in a good spot. That's all he said, really.
Pepperton bringing some facts. I feel like there's a joke coming about
$24 million in 12 seasons and started only 5 games. There you go. Subfield got murdered, thank goodness, on that play because Travis Benjamin was wide open. Wide open for a 90-yard touchdown. Why'd they get the first? Oh, was there a penalty?
Apparently.
Was it roughing the passer? Because he rocked him. Dang, man.
See, that's the thing. I would like this. Maybe we institute a rule that if you're a 3rd or 4th string quarterback, we can play with old school rules against you. Like you're going to take some licks. You're going to take some hits. That's a horrible thing to say. It's terrible.
Just get used to it because in the preseason, it's coming. Well, you saw Justin Fields' helmet got sent 15 yards down the field flying.
I didn't see a penalty on that. Was there a penalty on that?
Yes. Okay. Immediately, the laundry came out. But the way I made that TikTok, I angled it to make, hide the flags a little.
All right. I only saw the highlight of it. It's like cut away pretty quick.
Yeah.
It should have been. And in the regular season, it would have been.
Staley looks upset. I would be upset too. That penalty is killer.
I'm upset.
But somehow there was 139 on the clock before the last play, and now there's 140, but we'll take it. I don't know how that happened. Another handoff, and good play there. 66 is showing out, whoever that is.
I don't know. Maybe that's the guy who was saying that him and Joey Bosa
Yeah.
both pull on jerseys.
Yeah.
Look like different people. And since then, he's made a couple of nice plays. He looks more like the kind of old school run stoppers that we used to see. Where they're like squatty.
That's probably why he's in there right now. They know they're running the ball. 3rd and 9, another third down. We've somehow given up 3 first downs on this drive, and there's still a minute 36. This drive started with 2 minutes left to go in this game. I don't understand how that works, but penalties, I guess, main reason. Another third down nightmare here, which we've already had the chance to stop multiple times.
Only Nate Sudfeld could draw out a game like this, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's killing the clock. Game's on the line, 3rd and 9.
Nathaniel Sudfeld.
We're about to get a 49ers timeout. They're taking forever to get out there. Oh, nope. He's hurrying him up.
Snap it over his head. Shawshank Redemption. No, he's short. He's short.
He is short.
Yeah.
I'm very upset they gave him that much space.
If they give him this first down, I definitely believe that the ref has dinner plans. This
Dick,
is ridiculous.
Stop laughing.
Why? Come on, Vitel. That's not awesome, baby.
50 got juked out of his freaking shoes. Come on, man, Ty.
There it is.
First down.
So what you're saying number 50 got catfished is that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, he went to make the tackle, and then the player that he was trying to tackle no longer existed.
Yeah, it's really sad.
It's under review.
Moment. He's gonna sit down with Barbara Walters after this. 66 is all over the field.
Yeah, he just went over there and said, "I'm gonna hit somebody. I don't know who it's gonna be."
Exactly. His tape I bet it looks more impressive than it is. Like when big people really move and give effort, it looks like they're doing so much more than just like Chris Rumpf, who's like 6'7", 183 pounds.
Oh, he's short. He's about half a yard.
Short.
Yep.
But this ref was like, all right, come on. I got reservations at Nobu, and then there's a flight out. You got to get out of here.
Joe Morley's got some breaking news. After watching this game, it's fair to say that Justin Herbert has won the starting QB and will be the Charger starter week 1. I think that we can stamp that now, even though we still got one more preseason game left, so you never know what might happen. But yeah, I feel the same way, Joe. Definitely been the most impressive quarterback so far this preseason for the Chargers is Justin Herbert. Maybe they're letting him call some of these plays. It's actually really close, but I think he's short by about half a yard. Did they call? Yeah, they called it the first down, so that's be definitively behind.
Yeah, and I think it's actually further than that. Where his knee and it originally goes down. I don't even really care. Let's start wrapping this up. I can't even believe they're taking this much time on this play with 1 minute and 5 seconds when he should have just given the ball to Chase Daniels before this.
Exactly. The 4th and 6. That's what we're going to go back to. Overturn.
Second down. This guy better be pumped. This is a preseason game. You didn't even know what down it is.
Did you say second down?
Yeah, he was like, call's been overturned. It's still second down.
Do y'all think we will win one of the 2 KC games this year? I think we will. I really want us to. I want us to win both. But I'm not sure how Staley's going to do his first year coaching against a team like that 2 times a year. We'll see. But I think we have a shot at definitely competing in both games. Maybe we sneak one out. It'd be cool to win the one in KC because I love it when we win in KC and just shut all them Arrowhead fans up. Them airheads up there. 4th and 1, game on the line. They just put 20 seconds back on the clock again. This is the second time they've done this. I'm not against it though. So keep it coming. We have
I
no
think
timeout.
they can win both. That's the thing that's great about the Chargers.
They
If
can
they're
beat anyone
healthy,
any week.
They can win. Yeah.
They competed with the Super Bowl champs last year. And the AFC champs last year. They competed with them. They're right there, neck and neck. They beat the Chiefs last year. Doesn't count really, but
Okay, offensive line got better. You have top 10-ish quarterback, right? Like, let's just take the bias out of it. Most people would say he's at least top 50. He was voted 55 in the top 100 players going into his second year. Like, so you have a top 10-ish quarterback. You have pass rushing ability. Derwin James is healthy. You have one of the best safeties in football. Improved offensive line. Like, I would say, like, the weakest part of this team is that there's no, like, workhorse back that I'm like, oh, get a lead and then just pound, run the clock out with this guy. Like, let's give him the ball and just let him pick up 3 to 5 yards behind the offensive line, 6-7 yard gains. Like, yeah, of course. Solid defense. They have the ability to be in every game. They were in every game last year. They just weren't on the right side of the win for one reason or another. Clock management, like a turnover, a poor special teams play. So, yeah, it's not like they're not that far away. I'm sorry, but 36
he's
is
electric.
on the roster.
He's electric. He's electric. I would like to see him get a screenplay right here on this first play of the drive.
I don't know if he's electric, but here's what I do know. He runs forward, which is something Kelly doesn't do.
There you go. 47.5 sacks in 63 games. It's really good.
I don't know why it is. You said there's like a year and a half difference, but Joey just looks much older than Nick.
He looks like a
for
man.
whatever reason. Yeah, he just looks much older.
Rose, what do you think about Joey? She said, All right, here we go, Chase. Come on, man. And why is there no sense of urgency? Get up. Let's go. We're playing a football game right now. I'm not happy with Chase Daniels in this game. Go. Get to the sideline. All right, hurry up. Let's throw the Hail Mary, man. Let's throw the Hail Mary.
No.
I don't like the look on his face. He does not look like he wants to be playing. He wants the clock to run out and just call it.
He does.
That's some bull crap. I hate that, especially for my team. Didn't even try. They didn't even try. Why make your defense work hard to make that stop? Why not just give it to him if that's what we're going to do on offense? Staley needs to rip into him.
I'll say this. I'm happy. I'll look at it from a positive. Maybe he hurries up, gets him in the line, and there's an injury. And then it's just that will be terrible.
I don't know. And I know it's preseason, but just for me, I don't. That's the thing that I hate most is you got to play as hard as you can, no matter what the situation is. I feel like doing it lazy like that, you're more likely to get hurt than going for it. But I guess maybe that last play, maybe they get hurt on a Hail Mary. You don't want to risk it. Then why'd you play defense? Like, why didn't you just let them win the game? Because they played defense, all the way up into a 4th and 1, 3 separate times. Uh-oh. What do you think about this now? I this might be an overreaction. Chase Daniels has what we added up, 12 years of experience. It was just one half, and it looked like a very frustrating half. So I understand him being upset. You just don't like it, especially from the outside looking in. I don't know what's going on between the ear holes, obviously, and what went wrong necessarily specifically.
I feel better about having Chase as a backup, just helping Justin diagnose stuff, what's going on in the game. Like when they're just looking at the tablet and being like, hey, this is what I'm seeing. This is what you saw. This should have been your audible. You should have checked down here. you should have realized they were in this coverage and, hit somebody hot route, whatever it is. Like, I don't know that Easton Stick is there. And he's not even, yes, he spent a year around Phillip Rivers, but Chase Daniels also seems to just, I trust him more if he has to come in and he gets to play with the ones. I don't envision a world in which I'm like, I feel like they could run the football and play defense and still win games if they needed to with Chase Daniels. I wouldn't feel that way with Easton Stick. Doesn't matter. Either way, I'm going to be demoralized if either one of those guys has to play more than like a kneel down for anything ever.
Yeah, I'll say this. I agree with you mostly. We'll see what happens in this third preseason game. If there is any kind of slight competition, I don't think there even is. I think that Chase Daniel already has the job as the second string quarterback. Stick's playing for that third string spot. Stick was the third string quarterback last year. Remember that, everyone. That he was not the second string quarterback last year. He was the third string quarterback behind a rookie, Justin Herbert, and Tyrod Taylor. But yeah, I say we look at this third preseason game. If I see that again from Chase Daniels, I may start to worry. But I'm not going to take one half of football and be like, oh man, I give up on the guy. Because last week in his half of football, he looked good. Chase Daniel looked like the better quarterback last week.
In the first half, for sure, he looked a lot stronger.
Yeah.
But,
so you want to pick a favorite player of the game tonight, and then we'll sign it off? I'm going with Kyle Fackrell. Kyle Fackrell was my favorite. He was flying around. He looked like he was around the ball on all these plays. He had a sack. He had one where it was a QB hit that probably should have been a sack. He had another one where it was just a tackle for loss on the running back. He looked like a guy that probably can contribute to our team throughout the season as a rotation guy to keep Joey Bosa fresh, which is something the Chargers have struggled at doing over the last couple of years, is keeping Joey Bosa healthy and fresh. And I kept preaching it, and of course the Chargers don't listen to me because little old me don't know a damn thing, but I kept preaching that they got to rotate guys in the beginning of games more, because we need Joey Bosa's dominance in the fourth quarter more than anything. All these games, Joey Bosa is so gassed from running every snap. By the end of the game, he can't do anything. So Fackrell was very positive to me. I love seeing guys that are going to be rotation guys performing in the preseason where they should be.
No, definitely I'm with it. I would also say my highlight is obviously going to be from the defense, as much as I'd love to give the one errant, lucky catch to Palmer there.
Oh, yeah.
But I just think overall the turnovers, right? I don't even know the numbers. There's some good plays, hits behind the line of scrimmage. They looked, aggressive when they had opportunities, and they were playing well and competing with guys that are starters in the NFL in the first half. Like guys that are not going to play on this defense. Some of them were out there competing and making plays against people that are going to start in the NFL. So that's encouraging, which speaks to the depth. But overall, I'm giving my player of the game to you-know-who. That's Mr. Badgley. 50-yard field goal.
There we go.
I was over here sweating, palms, forehead, being like, come on, I know it's only preseason, bro, but I just need a little bit of confidence. Last week, Vizcaino, he made both of his kicks. Let's make it a real competition. Now they've both hit kicks in the preseason. We were in person, saw them just missing field goals. Vizcaino was a little less bad than the other one. But so far in the preseason, I think they're like 3 for 3. So,
yeah. And hit all their
next week's
points.
game, let's see it.
Let's see. We got one more comment here. Player of the game, LeBron James. Okay,
Yeah.
so okay.
No, that's right.
All right. I think that wraps it. I'm going to give a shout out to OG. Also, he was flying around the field there when he got his playing time. Asante Samuel had the pick, obviously. We saw Tavon Campbell get an interception and a couple of spots where he had a chance to get interceptions, which you like to see DBs get themselves in position to make plays. You got to finish those. Other than that, I think that's it. We're going to be live tomorrow for Mock Draft Monday and a roundtable in the afternoon. Tuesday, Mike's film room's dropping, so if you guys want to hang out with me, I have not decided who I'm doing yet. Tony, who should I do a film room study on? Who do you want to see?
Off the top of my head, we've already done receivers. Have we hit a tight end yet?
We have not hit a tight end yet.
Haven't hit a tight end yet, so maybe there's like
TJ
I
Hawkins?
don't know. Yeah, I was just gonna say like some sort of up and comer that's in that area there.
Book it. All right, TJ Hawkinson this week from Mike's Phone Room. It's going to be a fun one, and I'm sure I'm going to get all 15 of the Lions fans in there to watch it, so it's going to be exciting. And that stretches out to Wednesday, Sports Force, Thursday or Wednesday night, we're gonna have the Allegiance, whatever the hell they call that, gray and black show, and then we're gonna. Just kidding, guys. There's a Raiders show that goes on every Wednesday night. It's actually pretty good if you guys want to study our opponents. And it stretches out Thursday, Friday until we're back here. I think we play Saturday next week. So we'll see you guys there. Thanks for tuning in, Chargers fans. Not a win tonight, but some moral victories. Some moral victories. I don't got nothing else. Let's just play the
Bolt
intro.
up and
Bolt
let's get out of here. Bolt
Good
up,
job.
SoFi.
Ka-chow.
San Diego Chargers are fortunate to have Lance Allworth.
Don Coryell.